Welcome, everyone, to Siemens Stadium in Okotoks, where tonight the Okotoks Dawgs are set to take on the Regina Red Sox. Better late than never. Peter Klein, Conrad Krauser with you. Conrad, they have been working on this stadium tirelessly.
And they're still working.
They are still working on the stadium. We have been pelted with rain here over the last few days. There was some talk about whether or not we were going to have this one. That was not, those conversations were not had by anyone on the field. They were putting in work to get this thing ready for baseball on what is otherwise a lovely evening out here in southern Alberta.
Yeah, and I just took a walk around the concourse here, and at least those of us that are here in attendance are in good moods on jersey night. There's quite a few unique jerseys out there. I saw, Peter.
Yeah. There's a Rider one within eye shot here. There's a Josh
Morrissey
the
Riders one.
Yes, that one jumped out right away for the Regina fans here, of course. But yeah, a lot of people participating in the events here this weekend, as it's just the start of what is a very fun weekend out here in Okotoks, with the All-Star game coming up on Saturday, with the Home Run Derby here as well. And over the last couple of days, treated to a couple of very entertaining nights of baseball between the Okotoks Dawgs and the Saskatchewan Berries. And now a little bit of out of the frying pan into the fire, taking on a Regina team that is off to an excellent start here this season.
Yeah, and third place in that Eastern Division. Obviously, we don't get a bunch of chances to see the Red Sox, only coming once every couple of years, but that East Division, sometimes someone will just kind of pop up and you're like, oh, they've turned it around as a program in a single year, and that seems to be the Red Sox this year.
Yeah, the Red Sox picking up a win in their game yesterday. They do sit 10.5 games back at the Saskatchewan Berries. But
when you lose 6 games, a lot of teams are going to have that big delta between first place.
Yeah, exactly. That is certainly more what the Berries have done right than what Regina has done wrong at this point this season. But it's 2 games back of Medicine Hat, who got off to that dynamite start this year. But Regina having won 8 of their last 10. Certainly not an easy test for an Okotoks team, and not one that you want to be looking ahead of, given all-star festivities and everything happening this weekend.
But it has to be said, the Dawgs, they might be in a good spot for once with their bullpen. They only had 2 guys throw last night.
Yeah.
And you had a 5 innings of shutout baseball from Preston Toshnik, obviously younger brother of Quinn Toshnik, who we've seen on this team forever, will be joining us in the 3rd inning.
Yeah.
So, but to have him be able to come in and throw 5 scoreless, when he was told when he was warming up he's going to go throw 2 innings. But a little hard when you go put up zeros on the scoreboard against the best team in this league to pull him out of there.
Yeah, and given the slugfest that you and I watched a couple of days ago, to limit that team over 5 innings is no small feat, that is for sure. But this Okotoks team, like you said, the bullpen in a good spot. Starting tonight, you have Gavin Wuschke, who is always solid for this team, and you know that runs certainly aren't going to be hard to come by generally for an Okotoks squad that is usually hovering around the double-digit mark on a night.
Well, and we saw similar field conditions on that first game between the Berries, where if you can find a way to put it into, as you call it, the Bermuda Triangle between the infielders and the outfielders, just find grass. It's not going to roll around. It's going to come to a dead stop with the extra hydration, let's call it.
Yes.
That's what we're seeing.
Yeah, very saturated, the ground out there. They're working right behind home plate right now. They've put a lot of work in on the Regina side to make sure that the bullpen is usable for the game. They're now working over by the tarp on the Dawgs side as well. So it has been. Apparently they got to the ballpark today and just started working on it. So it is going to be a unique setup. And another one, we talked about it the other day, where a hard hit ball, there was one scorched down the 3rd baseline, and it just stopped out there. So there are going to be some opportunities to run on the outfielders tonight. I'm very interested to see some of the strategies that you see. And you look at the Dawgs lineup, not that they are a slow team anyway, but there is a ton of speed that the Dawgs have put out there. And so I wonder if there was looking at that and maybe trying to take advantage a little bit.
Speaking of which, why don't we go down the lineup here for your hometown Okotoks Dawgs. Of course, it is in the 1 spot, your standard name, but different position. Ricardo Sanchez starting the hot corner today. Logan Grant will be handling the catching. It's the number 2 in the 2 spot. Zane Scansey, we've seen him out in right a lot. He's going to get the start in the left today. Caden Williams, we've seen in left a lot, going to be in center. Good thing when you can rotate those guys around, right?
Yeah, always helps.
Then you have Eric Match. No, we don't have Eric Matchy. A late scratch. It is Brandon Paez at second. Steven Elsner at first. Aiden Munoz at short. Aiden Rose handling the DH duty today. And Jackson Farah, the man on the rubber. Gavin Wushke, as we said. So it is a rotated squad.
Yes, yeah, this is not necessarily one that you, a lineup or a look that you normally see from this Okotoks Dawgs team, but still a lot of guys that this team is comfortable with rolling through, and a bit of a different look, and as I mentioned before, I think quite a speedy look for this Okotoks team.
Yeah, especially those guys up the middle of the infield. Like Paez, we haven't seen him a lot this year, but he is a guy that has speed to burn, and we've seen Aiden Munoz turn doubles into triples, singles into doubles all year. So you have to think if that ball gets stuck in some of these pockets of water, he'll be having the green light all day. Then let's turn our sights to the Red Sox. You got their starting lineup there, Peter?
Yes, I do. Leading off for the Red Sox, who, like we mentioned, have won 8 of their last 10. It'll be Ian Montz, who will be playing in center field today. Rafael Jackson, the All-Star in right field, batting in the 2 slot. Matthew Fox, also an All-Star, is hitting third and playing shortstop. Brady Bye, their home run derby participant, will be cleaning up today, which makes sense. Jalen Myers batting 5th. Following him is Marcus Hamry, the first baseman for today. Riley Bender is playing at third. He will be batting in the 7 slot. Justin Samard is batting 8th with Jordan Tucker rounding out the lineup in the 9 hole, with Colton Anderson out of Oklahoma getting the start for this team for Regina here today.
You can hear the fans applauding the grounds crew as they make their way off the field. And I gotta say, when I woke up this morning and saw that it was still a thunderstorm after all night, I didn't think we were gonna be playing baseball, but we gotta say, huge shout out to everyone who has put their time in here with the Dawgs over these last 12 hours.
Yeah.
To get this field into a playable state.
Yeah, also, shout out to the dude on the tractor who just threw it in reverse from behind home plate and backed the entire length of the stadium. That was impressive to watch. But yes, no, this was no small undertaking to get this ball game on. It poured out here in southern Alberta, like I said, over the last little bit. And it was wet here on Monday or on Tuesday when we were here, and then they just plopped more rain onto it. But showing up at the ballpark a couple hours ago, and seeing the entire outfield just littered with people working on this. And I thought, okay, well, they're just going to get that whatever. But to put in the extra time to make sure everything is safe out there in the outfield. So, yes, echoing your statement, a huge thank you to all the people who helped us out in getting this ball game on. And always tricky when you have the interprovincial matchup with Regina and Okotoks. It's not like they're out this way often, nor as someone who has made that drive a lot, it is not necessarily the easiest drive to make and then go play a couple baseball games. So happy we're able to get this one in here today.
And we do have one more team we should probably talk about before Logan Coots come out. That's the umpires, Jamie Thiessen, Matt Payne, and Adam Smith. But we'll send it down to Logan Coots and the rest of the press box to get you into this game.
Welcome to beautiful Cement Stadium. My name is Logan. Before we get started with the opening ceremonies, I was just chatting here with Coach. He said that 35,000 gallons of water they estimate they pulled off this field today. So I just want to do a big shout out to the grounds crew, the players, the staff, who got this team play ready. Because as you know, we just got really good holy smokes. So yeah, thank you so much. It's going to be a great night for baseball. As a lot of you know, it's Jersey night. I saw some Mariners jerseys out there, Flames, Oilers, Blue Jays. I think I saw a Mighty Ducks one from the movie Mighty Ducks. Yeah! We've got a couple Canucks and a couple Cavalry FC jerseys out there. And that brings us to our partners tonight. Cavalry FC is here. Be sure to say hello. They're up on the concourse. We've got, who is it? Sarge here. Make some noise for Sarge making his way down here. They've got some giveaways and some info. If you're a fan of baseball, you'll be a fan of soccer as well. Hey, let's get this game started with our 3D Fine Jewelry Dog of the Day. Fans, put your hands together for Preston Toshnick. Dawgs Academy football dominated last night, over 5.1 innings, allowing 0 runs, striking out 4. He helped for that win over the Berries and cemented our spot at the top of the West leaderboard. Truly a spectacle to witness, so congratulations there, buddy. Hey, we're going to turn it up to the hometown Denso for S-Fox. Mike, let's get tonight's starting lineup.
Dawgs fans, here is tonight's starting lineup and batting order for your Okotoks Dawgs. Leading off, out of Pittsburgh State University, the third baseman, number 8, Regina. Batting second, out of Bellevue University, the catcher, number 35, Logan Grant. Hitting third out of Campbellsville University, the left fielder, number 12, Shane Stanley. We bring up batter out of Pittsburgh State University, center fielder, number 2, Kingpin Williams. Hitting fifth out of the University of Utah, the second baseman, number 23, Brandon Dawgs. Stephen Elster. Sixth out of Bellevue University, the first baseman, number 38, Stephen Elster. 37th out of Simpson University, the shortstop, number 20, Ethan Munoz. Batting 8th out of the University of British Columbia, the designated hitter, number 5, Ethan Rose. Hitting 9th out of Lincoln Community College, the right fielder, number 7, Jackson Farah. And starting on the mound tonight out of Bellevue University, number 36, Gavin Washington.
Remove your hats and join Red Rose in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot law in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
It is the last series before the All-Star game here in Okotoks, and the ground is wet, but the players are ready for what should be an interesting next couple of days here in southern Alberta. We do have a couple people going to be throwing out the first pitch out here today, but ready to get this show on the road. Cavalry FC, well represented here today with a very jacked-looking horse So always exciting times around here at Siemens Stadium.
Michael Baldissimo, formerly of Whitecaps FC, now applying his trade here, and that wasn't. We've seen worse.
Yes, yeah. Would have killed someone in the left-handed batter's box, but we've certainly seen worse. A pretty good chuck there, representing Cavalry FC. For the Okotoks Dawgs, defensively out there today, it'll be Steve Elsner over at first base. Brandon Paez getting a start at second with Aiden Munoz, his double playmate up the middle. Ricardo Sanchez normally in that spot. He plays over at third. Left to right in your outfield is Zane Scansey, Caden Williams, and Jackson Farah. Logan Grant behind home plate, the battery mate for this game, with the starting pitcher for Okotoks, Gavin Wushke, out of Bellevue University and Regina, Saskatchewan. Making his 7th appearance of the season, 6th start. He's 1-0 with a 3.15 ERA. 25 2/3 innings pitched, 18 strikeouts, and 7 walks, coming off of no decision against Fort McMurray in his last outing.
It's got to be a little bit something extra special when you can pitch against your hometown team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of extra pride. He will also probably have noticed the Riders jersey out there behind home plate for this game today. But yes, for the Dawgs, good bounce-back game yesterday against Saskatoon after what was a frustrating night against the Berries in the opener of that little 2-game set that they had, where each team just exchanged 12 batter innings in that one, but a nice bounce-back from the Dawgs yesterday.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, it's unsung hero, obviously your dog of the day, Preston Toshnik, and we got a couple of those Dawgs Black, the U18 program arms that are around the bullpen, because a little, I don't want to say injured, but they've got a few less arms than normal.
Yeah, a little banged up back
That's
there.
Fair.
So, yes, hoping for maybe a little bit of length out of Gavin Wushke here today for the Dawgs. Wushke, season high 6 innings a couple of times this season, on the 30th of June against Lethbridge, and also on the 14th against Energy City. So Ian Montz will step into the batter's box. He of the left-handed variety, up there out of LSU Shreveport, born in Lafayette, Louisiana. Wushke from the stretch, first pitch, swung on and missed. And our first pitch a little bit later than normal, 7:41 is when we get this one going. It is a strike.
Yeah, just a little bit later, you say, Peter.
Yeah, just a bit.
Give us extra time to get prepared.
Exactly. Foul tip on that one. It is 0-2. Game time temperature is 16 degrees. And so at some point today, this hoodie is going to make sense. Right now, maybe not so much.
Yeah, and the wind flying from left to right. Obviously, they've reversed on your broadcast screens right now.
The 0-2. This is up and away, and it's 1-2.
It seemed to be the Dawgs pitchers. I'm not going to call it a problem, but it's been a trend where they get those first 2 strikes early, but have sometimes had a bit of a struggle putting batters away this year.
Yeah, they do tend to try to get the chase on 2 strikes. They get the swing and a miss there, though. Excellent breaking pitch. Gets Montz swinging, and that is the first out of the ball game.
That's certainly the way you want to start out for the man on the mound, Wushke, and a veteran pairing out on the mound and behind the plate today. Obviously, Logan Grant has been everywhere and played every position.
Yes.
Started at Vauxhall Academy, then comes to the Dawgs Academy, and now playing with the collegiate Dawgs.
And 2 Bellevue teammates, too, so a familiarity there as well. As Raphael Jackson's up, first pitch swinging, he'll hit this one up the middle and through for a base hit. And you can see the splash hit out there as it's wet. That one stopped cold out there for Caden Williams,
Yeah.
but Raphael Jackson will hold up with a single.
Caden Williams just kicks the puddle as if that'll teach him to do better next time.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough game, ladies and gentlemen, for those outfielders. Hope their cardio's up to snuff.
Well, a lot of times you'll see people who live in beach communities train by running along the beach. Not often do you train by running in the ocean, but that is what it may feel like out there. And again, this is not a knock on anyone who was working out there today. They were working tirelessly to get this field in shape. As that pitch was in for a strike, it's 0-1 to Matthew Fox, who will be sticking around here for the All-Star game. Fox out of Golden West Community College, born in Huntington Beach, California.
Yeah, 6'4", so a monster at the plate. And stands straight up almost.
Pops this one straight up, back behind home plate. Grant tosses the mask away, and he will make the play for out number 2. Nice snag back there behind home plate. Those ones can always do a bit of swaying, so a nice play by Logan Grant for the second out.
Yeah, and you have to wonder if he's going to ring out the mask between
Yeah.
innings. 'Cause threw that one, and I thought I saw that splash down even. So, but as he said, not a critique of how much work's gone in. As they said 35,000 gallons of water removed from this field of play.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And ironic that yesterday was Save Water, Drink Beer Day. Throw over to first base, that was close. They dropped the ball, but a nice look over there at first base. Keeping Raphael Jackson close. 16 stolen bases this season, so certainly someone you want to keep close.
Yeah, this is, speaking of veterans, one of the veterans for this Red Sox team. Has been with them since 2022, took 2023 off from the WCBL, but 3 years of service with the Red Sox.
Yeah, Brady Bye out of Point University, playing with, born in Regina, so playing with his hometown team. He will be the home run derby representative for the Red Sox coming up on Saturday. We'll have all of that for you here on FloCollege as that pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Gavin says, I don't want to bother with the puddles. I just want to strike guys out or have them pop out into the elevator shaft, as you call it, Peter.
Yeah, I mean, look, you don't have to worry about what field conditions are if you're just striking everybody out.
Baseball really is a simple game sometimes.
It is. Bye makes it look simple, drilling this one. That one will get down and get held up in the gap. Coming around third is Jackson. He will score, and the Regina Red Sox pounce on the Dawgs here in the first inning. It's 1-0.
Yeah, just put it into the farthest part of the field, and center was shielded over to the other side of that 400 marker, and the Red Sox hop on board early.
Certainly see where the power comes from that will get him into the home run derby. As he hit that ball hard on any other night, that thing's getting to the wall. Another way brings Jackson around to count. And now it'll be Jalen Myers out of West Texas A&M, born in Arlington, Texas.
Got a few guys out of Texas this year. Feels like more. We've said that more this year than the years past.
And now he hits this ball hard into center field. Coming in on it is Williams. He will stop up and make the catch and end the inning. But not before. The Red Sox strike first with one in the top half of the first inning. Dawgs.
Is presented by Capital Direct, which specializes in home equity and residential mortgage financing.
For more than 25 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories.
Pittsburgh State University, the third baseman, number 8, Regina Sanchez.
Ricardo Sanchez leads things off for the Dawgs here in the bottom of the first. Peter Klein, Conrad Krauser back with you as the Okotoks Dawgs look for a counterpunch down 1-0.
I like the new graphic we have on the ribbon board for Ricky. It's got the flag of Mexico in behind his name, obviously proud of his heritage.
First pitch is in for a strike. Defensively for Regina, it is Marcus Hamry at first, up the middle, Jalen Myers and Matthew Fox. Riley Bender is at third, the left field, left to right, Jordan Tucker, Ian Montz, and Raphael Jackson. That pitch misses 1-1. The catcher is Brady Bye. He is the battery mate with Colton Anderson, who is out on the mound from Rogers State, born in Oklahoma. It's his 7th appearance of the season, all of them starts. And Sanchez takes him the other way to right field. Going back on it is Jackson. He'll settle down in front of the track and make the play for out number 1.
One of the more, Ricky's not hit for power in his WCBL career. Doesn't have a home run yet this year. Was trying to change that, but got about as far as he can under right today. Is swirling. I'm gonna say looked like it was more wind assisted, but the wind's finicky here at Siemens Stadium.
Yeah, like you had mentioned, it was going left to right before. Now looks like it's going straight out, if at all. There isn't a ton of it, as that one misses outside 1-0. Just to wrap things up on Colton Anderson, 7th start this year. He's 2-3, 2.53 ERA, 32 innings pitched, 32 strikeouts, so pretty easy K per 9 to figure out. As that one is in for a strike, 1-1. 13 walks this season, coming off of a no decision against Weyburn on July 7th.
But a guy that has gone lots of innings here for this Red Sox team, has 2 back-to-back quality starts, if you believe in that stat in this league.
As that one is pushed down the third base line and just foul. Took a while, but Riley Bender finally able to wait for that one to get on the right side of third base, so the count will be 1-2.
Yeah, as soon as it got to the correct side of the line, he made sure to shovel it away so it didn't have any chance to roll back.
Yeah. Not a bad idea. We've talked about the grass slowing things up a little bit. That's not exclusive to the outfield. So take an opportunity to try to get that, but didn't stay on the grass long enough, was in that dirt, and eventually did roll over as physics took over.
That is a little too much English. Pulling on my billiards terms.
That one is fouled away, 1-2 again.
Are there jerseys in billiards? That would be a weird one to see it around on these jersey days.
Yeah, that would be a unique one. I don't know.
It's the. We'll talk about jerseys later.
The 1-2. Grant pulls this one to the right side and through for a base hit.
Just again, sound piece of hitting, and never something wrong on a day like today in putting it into the outfield grass.
No, that's certainly going to help things for you. And Logan Grant staying hot with another base hit to right. So Zane Scansey now comes to the plate out of Campbellsville University, born in Gig Harbor, Washington. Hitting .362 on the year with 8 home runs, 37 runs batted in.
An OPS north of 1, so
yeah, that'll do.
That'll work.
That pitch misses outside, 1-0.
I was going to talk a little bit about jerseys. The coolest jerseys I've ever seen are the ones that they're now using for darts. Have you
yes, yeah.
Get your own personality in on there, and
this ball pulled to the left side, and that will get through for a base hit. Grant takes a hard round around second. He'll stay put, though. But back-to-back singles for the Dawgs, and now they're in business here in the first.
Yeah, if you're a Red Sox fan, you had hoped Fox would be able to snag that, but he just gets off the heel of the glove as he's reaching across his body to make the play, and the Dawgs suddenly have 2 aboard.
So now it'll be Caden Williams, another one of the Pitt State University representatives, born in Emporia, Kansas, hitting .286 on the season with 12 runs batted in. First pitch breaking ball misses up and away, 1-0.
There's lots of good movement on that off speed, but just couldn't get that one to drop back in. Yeah, lots of long sleeves on today for everyone out in the field.
That one skips in 1-1. Yeah, it's not. We have had some scorchers out here lately, but today is not one of them. They would love for that to happen. Sorry, it's 2-0, not 1-1. Apologies. But yes, the grounds crew would love for one of those 30-plus days, but I don't think we're getting one of those for a little bit now. The 2-0 finds the outside corner, 2-1.
Right in at the knees on Caden Williams. And Caden and Ricky, they're similar statures. So when it gets in around the knees, you're like, if I had an extra inch of height, just move that strike zone up a little bit.
Waiting now for the 2-1. Fouls that one off. It'll be 2-2.
So I don't know my weather when it comes to geography in the States, but I wonder if Emporia, Kansas gets this wet.
I guess I don't want to assume. I kind of think they would. But yeah, I'm not sure.
Sorta,
Yeah. Count even now, 2-2. Runners going, at least one was, as Grant was breaking. That one's fouled away. And the count even again, 2-2.
Just a safety swing there, and Grant will get a little extra free cardio.
Yeah, already sprinted down the first baseline one extra time on the bunt that went foul. He's going to keep the legs moving out there.
I'm sure his lungs are thanking him. At least it's humid today and not the dry heat we sometimes get.
Anderson now comes set with the 2-2 again. Lots of dancing out on the base paths, but it doesn't matter. A big swing and a miss there, and a very big second out of the inning.
Oh, and this will be some of the speed we talked about coming to the plate. Brandon Paez.
Getting some last-minute instructions there from Caden Williams on his way to the plate. Brandon Paez out of the University of Utah, born in Montreal, Quebec.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to talk to Paez much. I was going to ask him, like, going to school in Utah, the dirty soda's so popular. I wonder if he's made his way over to Covet Sodas here in town. A taste of school, I guess, more than a taste of home.
First pitch swinging, skies this ball into center field. Montz broke back, now he has to run in. He'll settle under it and make the play to end the inning. So the Dawgs threaten, but they do not score. We go to the top of the second here at Siemens Stadium. It's Regina with the 1-0 lead on FloCollege. Top half of the second here in Siemens Stadium as the Dawgs and Red Sox are playing 1-0 for Regina in the top half of the second. It will be 6-7-8 coming up for Regina, which means Hamry will lead things off.
Hamry out of Alvarado, Colorado, attending Scottsdale Community College.
First pitch swinging, chops this one out in front of home plate. Grant will play it, the throw to first in time. 1 pitch, 1 out on the swinging bunt from Hammery.
Good active catching, and I wouldn't expect anything less from Logan Grant.
Yeah, one of the more athletic catchers that you'll see. We've had a few of those here. Caleb Lombard was certainly that. Always nice when your catcher has a elite prospects page as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Caleb did, yeah. And Logan Grant, obviously a very, very good athlete. Takes that one up and away, 1-0. That is Riley Bender, by the way, out of Mary Hardin Baylor, born in Kingwood, Texas. Big swing and a miss there, 1-1.
And there's a couple of giants on this Regina Red Sox team. 6'3" playing the field today.
No, the Giants are in Fort McMurray.
You're right, Peter.
The 1-1. That one tapped foul. Look, if we're going to get punny with the music between the innings, then I'm going to have to jump on that.
That's fair. And speaking of the time in Fort Mac, did you hear the Dawgs, after their loss in extra innings in Game 1, were made to walk back to the hotel room?
Yeah, you were telling me.
Ugh.
That is not fun.
Not fun.
The 1-2. This ball's hit hard into left field, ranging over and not making the play was Scansey. This one will get past him and go toward the warning track. Stomping in at second is Bender with a hard hit double into left. So another in scoring position here for Regina in the second.
And again, the water, I think, plays a part in that because Scansey generally covers most of the world that isn't covered in water already. He's not used to covering this third.
Yeah, not used to the water part of it as well. But you were seeing that is 2 that it's not making a difference. It would have been a double either way. But that's 2 hits now that would have absolutely gone to the wall on most other days. But stopping short there. As now it'll be Justin Samard out of the University of Missouri St. Louis, born in Ladera Ranch, California. Worski, from the stretch again. Although his regular delivery is the stretch, so.
Yeah.
Count now 1-0.
Didn't really check up on second at all there, but
Worski comes set again. Ready now with the 1-0. Pitch line to short. Caught. Nice play by Munoz. Scampering back to the bag is Bender, and there's 2 away.
So I talked to another California boy in our man Jason Areola, and he said Hayden Munoz is the definition of California baseball. Hustle, positivity, and speed. And so we saw that on display there, ranging all the way across and made it look somewhat easy.
Now Jordan Tucker, the outfielder out of Rogers State, born in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. That one fouled out of play, 0-1. Tucker hitting .315 on the year with 3 home runs, 25 runs batted in. Not bad when your number 9 hitter is hitting .315 for the season.
Yeah, we say that a lot about the Dawgs and how they have the luxury of having guys hitting above 300 in all sorts of positions, but Red Sox matching that.
The 0-1. Excuse me swing there, and it's 0-2.
Looking more like a lightsaber than a baseball bat, trying to chop it down on top of the baseball.
So now Wuschke looking to strand that runner in scoring position and keep this a 1-run ball game in the second. Big righty gets his sign and comes set with the 0-2. Got him, swinging, strike 3.
A very unconvincing swing there. But can the Dawgs find a way to get on the scoreboard when we return after these messages? Find out with us, folks.
2025 WCBL All-Star Game is being hosted right here this Saturday, July 19th. The game is going to be featuring a home run derby at 5 o'clock. An East versus West battle, player autographs, face paintings, fireworks, and more. This will be the last All-Star Game hosted by the Dawgs for a number of years, so make sure you stop by the office, purchase your tickets, and be part of this fun.
The second inning presented by Foothills Creamery. Scooping joy since 1969.
Bottom half of the second inning in Okotoks, Dawgs trailing by 1. They would like to change that with Elsner, Munoz, and Rose coming to the plate.
This is a guy that can do with one swing of that stick. 4 home runs on the year for Elsner, batting a .286, and does have 14 RBIs on the year.
Born in San Francisco, California. Takes on the outside part of the plate, 0-1.
Yeah, it'd be a different kind of splashdown if he hits it into the outfield today.
Yeah, not the Barry Bonds one out into McCovey Cove. The 0-1 big swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2.
You know, we talked to a lot of these dogs in our questionnaire about who their greatest of all time is, and it was a surprising amount of Barry Bonds that was said on there.
And the 0-2 sails on him. Bai got a piece of that one. Tough to keep the mask on with the luscious locks he has behind home plate there.
Would you call that a mullet? Kind of shorter on the sides, maybe?
God, I feel like the helmet is kind of pushing it down into more mullet territory.
Mullet making a comeback, though.
Unfortunately.
It depends on where you stand on it.
Yeah. The 1-2. Fouled off. That hit something that looked like it hurt. So Elsner is going to take a beat. Home plate umpire will just adjust things. I don't know if that caught him, if it caught
I think
Bai.
it caught Bai pretty clean.
Yeah.
You'll see a few seconds before Bai gets down into his stance there.
Count 1-2 now to Elsner. Coming off of a good second season with Bellevue University. The 1-2 from Anderson. Breaking ball, got him looking, strike 3. Throws him solid up there for the strikeout, and there's one down.
There was a ton of horizontal movement on that off speed.
Yeah, some excellent depth there on that breaking pitch, and just not expecting it. So now Aiden Munoz out of Simpson University, born in California.
Chilla, California. It's got a couple Cali boys here now this year.
Takes that one for a ball, 1-0.
They play a little bit of baseball down there.
Yeah, just a little bit. The 1-0 misses up, 2-0.
It's always so fun talking to them because obviously I'm a Padres fan. I made no doubts about talking about that on the broadcast, but it's like there's a lot of fans of the northern Southern California team.
Swing and a miss there, 2-1.
Of course, the Dodgers, but
Yeah.
it's always good to have some of those imports coming up, and then they can go back down to their schools and extol the virtues of Siemens Stadium.
The 2-1 takes, and it's 2-2. It is always nice when you see one kid from one of the schools, and then they come back the next year, and all of a sudden there's 3.
Well,
and then they come back and there's 4, and then all of a sudden it's like
the
what we had.
Bellevue,
Yeah, what we had last
Colby
year
pipeline.
where Reinhardt and Bellevue were 40% of the roster. The 2-1 popped up. Out of play, 2-2 still.
Yeah, and it's always, there's that Colby Community College. It's always been the pipeline to the WCBL. But and Oregon State, we've seen a couple of guys,
Yeah.
a couple of Beavers coming up to to the Calgary area.
And the 2-2, that one misses, and the count runs full at 3-2.
Yeah, good battle here from Munoz, not shrugging off the pitches he should, rather.
Full count pitch. Fouls that one straight back, and we'll do it again. So good at bat here from the Dawgs second baseman.
Yeah, especially as we said, he was a little bit of a late substitution, so got to get ahead in the game real quick.
Yeah, that has to be a bit of a quick adjustment. As the official lineup sheet that we got had Matchy swinging and a miss there, strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts from Anderson, and there's 2 gone here in the second.
And they've both been on that off speed, so they have to start to make some adjustments here if you're the Dawgs.
So DH Aiden Rose comes to the plate out of UBC, born just up the road in Calgary. Much easier trek from Calgary today for me, which of course happens on the day we delay by half an hour. Pitch drops in 0-1.
Yeah, and it's not often you see your DH number 1 being Aiden Rose, and number 2 in the 8 hole in any of baseball.
The 0-1 swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. Rose with an RBI in his last game action a couple days ago against Saskatoon. Also hit by a pitch in that game. Finds himself in a hole here, 0-2. Anderson rocks and fires. Missed outside, 1-2.
Rose wanted to get the bat off his shoulder there, but did good to hold up.
And Bai was trying to help out with the frame job a little bit on that one. But we remain at 1-2. The pitch. This is outside. It's 2-2.
Yeah, obviously trying to get Aiden Rose to chase on something well off the plate.
Rose with a good eye up there. Had a .336 on base percentage with the Thunderbirds this season. Driving in 12. The 2-2. Miss is up and away, and Rose has battled back into a full count with 2 away here in the second. Looking to bring Farah up, and if nothing else, help to turn the lineup over going into the third. Anderson readies now with the 3-2. And Rose spoils it one more time, heading it perilously close to where my car is parked, and we'll do it again.
So there's been a couple of strikeouts, but a lot of extra pitches put onto the arm here for Anderson. A couple of long battles.
The 3-2. Misses up and away, and Rose gets the better of that one. He'll walk. Excellent battle up there from Aiden Rose. That's the perfect way to put it, Conrad.
That goes from 0-2 into a free 90, and we talk about it so often in the WCBL. Those free 90s are the ones that tend to kill you.
Yeah, it's so often how those walks seem to end up with the diamond shaded in on the score sheet at the end of the night. So now it's Jackson Farah.
Talk about pipeline schools, Lynn Benton
Yeah.
Community College.
That one gets away. Rose breaks for second. Bai's throw, not in time. Rose gets there standing up. Rose had a good walking lead. I don't think Bai was expecting the runner to go because that did not get far away from him. But some heads-up base running from Aiden Rose gets him in a scoring position.
And the fact that Aiden Rose went in standing up, I was holding my breath seeing him not even put the slide on. He says, it's too wet. I don't want to get that clay all over my uniform.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the dugout. I don't even get to play defense to warm myself up.
The 1-0. Farah fouls that one back, and it's 1-1. We've talked, though, how many times on these broadcasts about the aggressiveness of the Dawgs on the base paths, and you see it there. I love seeing a Donaldson jersey on the bat boy today.
And both the Sask teams have brought a bat boy with them, so good to see that. And yeah, gets the Donaldson jersey on it for Jersey Day.
That one called a strike 1 and 2. I'm sure probably quite a few Blue Jays fans over there, but maybe, like an Ortiz or don't really have a lot of big names. I guess Bregman would be the one right now.
That's true.
Checking back the runner a couple of times. And the 1-2. Did he go around? No, he did not. The Red Sox were heading off of the field and called the ball, so it's 2-2.
I think that's about as close can get for big, tall Jackson Farah. Don't have an official height listed, but I have to look up when I talk to him. So greater than 6'2".
And the 2-2 again. Breaking ball, got him looking, strike 3. Anderson strikes out the side in the second. We go to the third here at Siemens Stadium. Red Sox with a 1-0 lead on FloCollege.
The third inning is presented by Buckle Vodka. Great vodka for our friends in the country world. Hashtag Buckle Up.
Conrad Krauser taking over here as we got a alumni in the booth here. Quinn Toshnik. Quinn, welcome back. Coach Quinn now.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
And a guy you got to call your teammate last year on the mound delivers a strike. Let's talk a little bit about that coaching this year, because for those of you who've been paying attention, Dawgs Black about as close to Perkis as you could get this year. So what does that say about that Black program that you've gotten to join in on?
Yeah, no, they very impressed with the way that they played this year. I mean, you go 6 for 6 in tournaments. There's not a whole lot of negatives you can talk about, right? No, it's always cool coming back to the academy that, you know, helped me become a man, taught me the game of baseball, and I just want to get back. So it was really cool to come back to such a successful group.
And some guy named Preston manning the mound occasionally.
Some guy, yeah.
Your younger brother.
I've been very proud.
As that one smoked down the first baseline. You can keep talking about Preston.
We'll see if he stretches it to 3 here with the water lock down there in right field.
That will be a 3-bag leadoff hit here for Regina. And yeah, as you said, it's a little bit wet.
Just a little. I'm impressed with how the field came to shape today to play. But, yeah, very proud of how Preston played his academy career. He started it out one of my last years. I think it was 2019 or 2018, either my grade 12 or gap year. You know, it wasn't always perfect for him. His first year bantam, he detached his retina, so he had a emergency eye surgery. His first year bantam, came back, second year bantam to win baseball player of the year for Alberta. So just that little bump in the road and seeing how he's kind of blossomed and developed into a elite high school pitcher and now affiliated with college Dawgs. Very proud to see.
And he had that brilliant showing at what are we calling that Toronto showcase these days? I don't know what we're still calling it, but
back in my day it was T12. Now
yeah.
I think it's Canada Futures, I think.
Yeah, I had a brilliant showing at the Canada Futures and has just turned it into obviously quite a year. And that one will get by Elsner, and that's a tough one with a runner on third as the Red Sox will double their lead. And a 2-base error there from Elsner. But let's talk a little bit about what makes that Dawgs team so successful. Obviously, having the facilities here has to add to that. And obviously, yourself coaching, you got Duda doing all the video and film work. Like, you've got to talk about it's a system that's designed to bring success.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's advertised as the top baseball program in Canada, and as somebody who played through it and came back to coach, I believe in that. We look at some of the best players from all of Canada, and we give them some of the best utilities, with that being the field house and some of the coaching staff. And I mean, I don't want to talk too highly on myself now that I'm part of the coaching staff, but yeah, no, I was an academy kid, and I came through it, and it was just different than what you would get elsewhere. And I'll be forever grateful for that. But it's a lot of hours spent in the weight room, a lot of hours spent in the field house, locked up with the snow, just covering us from November to March. So it's a lot of work that goes into it from the players.
And you saw out today, we had a bantam tour out exploring the field as the work was going on. So it's from every age group all the way up as Fox fouls that one off. What can you say about a guy, as I said, your former teammate, Gavin Wuschke out there?
I got a lot of praise for Wuschke. I played the last 2 summers with him, and even though it was his first year with the Dawgs, you kind of saw him as a leader, an unspoken leader, even though kind of first year on the Dawgs, but now 3rd summer here, you could tell that he is kind of taking that leadership presence that, you know, somebody, I don't know if you know his name, but Graham Bruner, him not being here, I can see that at Wuschke, keeping the pitching staff in order and coming out with a strong presence on the mound.
Yeah, there's a lot of those long-term Dawgs guys in the bullpen this year. Obviously, Brody Forno, the Okotoks boy, started a couple days ago, and it really does say something that guys want to come back year after year, and they're trying to bring their teammates, like telling what this program, what this field, what these fans mean.
Yeah, it's a culture. It'd be selfish to say that the group of the three-peat built it, but it was those from 2007 to 2009, therefore until the early 2010s. We just wanted to build a culture, and guys come from all over the world to come play, and they see that it's a different culture here.
And Gavin picks up his first strikeout of the evening on that last one. That sits down Fox. Brady By steps in the box. He's 1-1 tonight. And Wishke steps off with the. He'll fake the throw to second. That one was close to a balk. If I thought he might have addressed the hitter, but
That was
give him the
close.
benefit. But yeah, a lot of people don't understand. It's not just here at Siemens Stadium. It goes all the way down to the Bantam Field, Conrad Field off to our left. That the facilities are all the way through top class and allows players to feel important, because whether you're in Bantam, just getting to throw that uniform on, that Dawgs uniform, it's got to be building up to something. And
Absolutely.
that hard crack into the outfield, and it just dies. Throw comes in, Elsner cuts off, but no play at the plate. A very, very long signal, and Regina's got 3. Have you seen it where this field gets this waterlogged in your entire career? I can't.
Unfortunately,
Any.
unfortunately, I have. I mean, with the shape that it was in around noon this morning or noon this afternoon, I got to give credit to Chris. I mean, this field, during my time that I played, there were days where you show up around 2 o'clock and you're like, oh, there's no way we're playing tonight. And 6 o'clock rolls around and it's looking a little bit more promising, but unfortunately, you can only get so much out of the field work. But
Well, they had 35,000 gallons. Like, that's.
and that's nothing to discredit them. They had to do a lot, and they did a great job with it. The fact that we're even watching a baseball game tonight is unbelievable, the work that they put in.
Gavin finds the outside corner, and the back kick is successful. That's a veteran catcher. Gets the back kick and 2 away in the inning. This is another guy that you've played with in Logan Grant, and Logo plays everywhere. Has been to every academy in Alberta.
Yep.
Not much more you can say about that young man.
Great leader.
Baez charges, gets the ball off the edge of the turf. And they've put 3 outs on the board. The back kick assists, and we have a few outs, but we'll have another half inning here with Quinton when we return on FloCollege.
Brian might be the guy to do it. 3 chances to get a ball in the hole on that spot. If you get $100 for this hole, is yours. If not, we're still going to hook you up. All right, let's get that first throw. Whoa! All right, Brian. You got 2 more chances. Go. Ooh, a little higher, all good. Third and final. Let's make some noise for Brian. Here we go. Not quite, my man. We're still going to hook up with some prizes here. Hey, Brian, can I get a go, Dawgs, go? Go, Dawgs, go!
Conrad Krauser back with Quinn Toshnick for another half inning. And Quinn, you told me something in the break here. Colton Anderson was on your team, or was he a full roommate?
Yeah, first year at Rogers State University in 2022 to 2023. Colton Anderson and I were roommates, so I got to know him a little bit over the course of my 2-year career at RSU.
And somebody you know real well at the plate as well as Ricky Sanchez.
Yep.
It's that one outside.
Yeah, these are kind of matchups within the game. You know, Rogers State versus Pittsburgh State. Colton would have faced Ricky early on in this year, so see if it's a little bit of game of chess, not checkers.
How many years did you play with Ricky? Like, if you're thinking back, how long have you been playing with Mr. Sanchez?
Would have been 2018 was the first year that Ricky came. So 2018 to 2024.
And twice Ricky's had good contact, but flies out to Raphael Jackson there. Those are the ones that drive you nuts when you're at the plate. You're like, I made great contact, but a good jumping play out there, right?
On the mound, I was looking up at the sky, thinking that it was damage.
Yeah. And here comes LG. It doesn't mean life's good like it does on the appliances, but Logan comes back to the dish, and guy that hasn't had a lot of like all-star nominations, but is definitely a glue guy for this Dawg squad.
Mr. Consistent.
Yeah, no matter where you put him, whether he's out in the left, you've seen him on the infield as well. And does that stay fair? It does not. Bounces onto the berm. 1-1 the count here to Logan. And like a guy that selfishly catches a lot of bullpens, I've heard.
Yeah, it's something that he wants to do to get better, because he doesn't get, at least when he comes to Okotoks, he doesn't get a lot of in-game reps because they want to play him in the outfield. They want to play him on the corners of the infield. But like you said, selfishly, you'll want to catch bullpens to keep in tune at the catching position.
Yeah, handling the catching today. And so what's the scouting report on Colton Anderson? You said he's a nonchalant kind of guy.
Yeah, very nonchalant, not a whole lot of emotion on the mound. I don't know, he's a four pitch mix kind of guy. We'll see a 4-seam, a 2-seam, changeup, and a curveball.
And the movement on that curve seemed to be very good today.
Yeah, it's on today. I mean, him and I were texting before the game. He was asking me if I was coming to see. So it's on his mind that, you know, Okotoks has a great crowd. He's got people in the stands. He's definitely brought his A game tonight. Looking at the scoreboard, only 2 hits through 2 1/3. So.
Yeah, and Logan Grant now in a 3-2 count. What does Anderson do here? LG makes contact, but rolls it weakly to Hamry, and that's 2 away. That's a 1 battle there.
Yeah, gotta give LG their lefty is never easy, and somebody like Colton on the mound, he just likes to destroy lefties. That was his favorite.
So a guy that you never got to play with, but has been one of the big add-ons, is Zane Scansey. He was batting around 400 for most of the year. Has actually seen that drop in the last couple of days. Takes the first one, called for a ball. But this is a tough string of games. Obviously, you watched a little bit of last night online, having the Berries, the top team in the league, come in, and then a surging Red Sox roster. When you were in this league, did you look ahead to times like that when it's the big opponents coming into Siemens Stadium?
Oh, absolutely. You never want to lose a game at home, and you know that the road team is always going to give you their best at Siemens Stadium. So when I played, it was more so looking ahead to Sylvan Lake, Regina. My last year was where the Berries came in.
Ooh, that's a tough play, and good roll there from Scansey.
Acrobatic.
I'm going to talk about a pitcher that pitched in last night's game that's not your brother. Had your former teammate's brother on the other side. What did it mean to see as Zadunik wearing purple, not red.
It was different. I mean, I played with Tucker for the better part of, I want to say 12 years, whether that be Okotoks Outlaws going to the Dawgs, but Turner was always at our games, whether it be Outlaws Orange or Dawgs Red. And when I saw, because I was watching live, when I saw Turner got an appearance, I couldn't help but smile and think, it's cool that he's in the league. I would have liked to see him rep the Dawgs Red and white, but different players from families will have different careers, right? It's cool to hear about the Sanchez's, like Eddie and Ricky, come through the Dawgs, but it's cool to see that Turner's having his own career.
Makes his own way through the WCBL.
Absolutely.
And who knows, maybe next year he finds himself in some red and black duds.
Absolutely.
Williams golfs that one. That'll be onto the berm, but this is another guy that's all grit and gives his best every game he comes in. Obviously out in center today and playing in the land of 1,000 lakes that is our outfield here in Siemens Stadium.
Absolutely. Yeah, he'll give it his all. That talking to him before and after games, he wants to bust it as best he can.
An unconventional pickoff move. Back in is Scansey. Caden Williams has not hit a home run yet in the WCBL.
That's surprising, honestly. He'll put some out during BP, but I think it shows to his approach at the plate, just looking to go the other way, hard line drive, rather than try to put one off the scoreboard. Even though I think it's in the back of his mind that he wants to do that too.
I was talking to him the other day. He sent one onto the warning track, and I'm like, were you thinking about it as that ball was flying? He said, yeah. That one high, and Caden working well here, despite the fact that most of the throws have gone to first base instead of coming home. I can't see that American flag headband that he usually has under that helmet today.
Just have to think it's there.
Yeah. Williams swings over the top of the off-speed there. The chess match continues. Two and two away to number 2, Caden Williams. Caden trying to continue this Dawgs rally. And he's worked into a full count.
So you talk about the chess versus checkers, another Pitt State versus Rogers State matchup here. We've seen each other
a few times
during their time. So we'll see. Colton remembers, Caden remembers. We'll see what happens here.
Full count to Caden Williams. And Williams will take a free 90 feet to first base. Sometimes when there's a walk in a long battle like that, you almost feel like it's kind of a push if you're a pitcher. Do you feel that way? I feel that way in the booth.
I guess when I'm on the mound, I feel like that I made the mistake. But as a spectator, whether it's the dugout, in the stands, they both battle. But if I'm on the mound delivering that 3-2 pitch high, I feel like I lost.
Here comes another Academy product, Brandon Paez out of Montreal, Quebec. Swings at the first pitch, but it's knocked down by the wet grass. And the Dawgs trying a couple. Quinn, thank you so much for joining us. I'll let you go enjoy the rest of the game with your family in attendance. And
All right, thanks to Quinn and Conrad. Fun conversation between those two as we get ready now. Top half of the fourth inning here at Siemens Stadium. Peter Klein and Conrad Krauser with you now. It is Hamry leading things off here in the fourth inning. Hamry 0 for 1 in the ball game. He will be first pitch swinging, golfing that one foul. And it's 0-1. Hamry chopped out in front of home plate in his first trip to the plate. 3-0 is the score. Hamry hitting 200 on the year. Hits this one to first. Elsner has it. And will make the play for out number 1. Some good bounce back start to the inning.
Third base, number 19, Riley Bender.
So now it'll be Riley Bender. He doubled in his last trip to the plate on a very hard hit ball out to left. First pitch swinging, fouls that one away, 0-1. Bender on the year hitting .307 with 2 home runs, 31 runs batted in. Born in Kingwood, Texas. The 0-1. Big swing and a miss. That breaking ball working for Wuschke today. And counts now at 0-2. Wuschke, a veteran with the Dawgs. Going back past 2002 with this club. The 0-2. Trying to paint it on the outside corner, just couldn't. And it's 1-2. Wuschke coming off of a season at Bellevue University where he got into 14 games as the starter. Misses that one, 2-2. 68 innings this year with Bellevue. 8-2 for the Bruins. 54 strikeouts in the 68 innings. Just 12 walks, 4.63 ERA. The 2-2 now to Bender. Pops him up. Straight up. Couple calling for it. Eventually it'll fall into the glove of Ricardo Sanchez, who makes the play for the out. 2 away now here in the top half of the fourth inning. Ricardo Sanchez calls for it. Ricardo Sanchez gets it. So there is out number 2, and that will bring Simard to the plate. Justin Simard out of the University of Missouri, St. Louis. Out of Glendera Ranch, California, hitting .268 on the year with 8 runs batted in. He lined out to short in the second inning. Takes the first pitch breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-1. Simard looking to bounce back from an 0-4 game against Brooks a couple of days ago. The 0-1. Another breaking ball in there, 0-2. It's frustrating as a hitter. He squared up one pretty good in his first at bat, trying to bounce back from an 0-4, and this guy keeps throwing you breaking balls. Now all of a sudden, the crowd's cheering, and you're down 0-2. The pitch misses up, and it's 1-2. Wuschke finished his second year with Bellevue University after beginning his collegiate career with Okanagan College. The 1-2. Chops this one to short. Play made by Munoz. It's a long throw across the diamond. The stretch by Elsner makes the play and ends the inning. The Red Sox go down in order here in the fourth. Dawgs looking for their first run to the ball game when we come back here on FloCollege.
give a big shout out to the cavalry on our full-base third base patio. James Holtman burns on our anthem first base bullpen patio. Rob Van Hewlett and group on our anthem first base big patio. And Custom again will be on our central on-deck fourth foul patio. If you're interested in booking group event at Stevens Stadium, stop by or call the ticket office at 403-262-3294.
Bottom half of the fourth inning here at Siemens Stadium. Dawgs looking for their first runs of the ball game. It will be Elsner leading things off here in the fourth, followed by Munoz and Rose. Elsner 0 for 1, striking out back in the second inning. Dawgs just 2 hits so far through 3 trips to the plate. Elsner takes the first pitch in for a strike. It is 0-1. Elsner just finishing up his second year with Bellevue University, hitting .386 with them, 23 home runs, 65 RBI. Just looking to get on here, pulls it to the left side. Play made by Fox, throws it across the diamond in time for the first out. Smooth feeling over there by Matthew Fox, the All-Star. Making the play, and that will bring Aiden Munoz to the plate. Out of Simpson University, after playing this last season with Pitt State. Munoz hitting .295 on the year, at least he was coming into this one. That'll get the touch after the strikeout in the second inning. Anderson rocks and fires. Breaking pitch misses up, and it's 1-0. Munoz with Pitt State University this year, hit .229, had a .348 on base percentage. A home run and 18 runs batted in. The 1-0. Takes it for a strike, and it's 1-1. Munoz respectfully disagrees with the call of home plate umpire Jamie Thiessen. Anderson working quickly. Readies with the 1-1. Big swing and a miss there from Munoz, and it's 1-2. A big confident cut from the California kid. The 1-2 now from Anderson. Skips that one in there, and it's 2-2. Munoz doesn't mind playing the Saskatchewan teams back on the 28th against Weyburn. Munoz went 4 for 4, scored all 4 times, was also hit by a pitch, and stole a bag. The 2-2. Almost jinxed him as he has to back away from that one. The count is full at 3-2. Aiden Rose waiting on deck. Another pretty good crowd here tonight at Siemens Stadium on Jersey night. Big swing and a miss there, strike 3. So Munoz sits down on another strikeout from Anderson, who has been dealing so far. And that'll bring Aiden Rose to the plate. He is waiting for his first official at-bat of the ball game, walking back in the second. He was stranded at second in that second inning. And the first pitch misses up and away, 1-0.
So I went and asked Quinn when we got off air, when was the last time he can recall Aiden Rose having 2 errors in the field? Because the last game, or a couple games ago, we had 2 in the field. And he says, I don't think I've ever seen that out of him.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that in a while, too, where he just airmails it all the way to the backstop.
Yeah, I believe that is the Bob Uecker just a bit outside on that one. But, yeah, I mean, Aiden Rose probably goes like full months between 2 errors. So to have it in a night is a bit unique for him. 2-0 Rose rips this ball into left field. It'll hang up there for Tucker. And that it will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Dawgs in the 4th. We go to the 5th here at Siemens Stadium. Okotoks behind 3-0.
The fifth inning is brought to you by the Nani Grape, locally owned wine market in Old Town Okotoks. Nani Grape offers a great selection of delicious wines, unique spirits, and craft beer, as well as a beautiful tasting bar for classes and occasions.
So the Dawgs needing to keep zeros on the scoreboard. They struggled on that a little bit today. Jordan Tucker will lead the way for the Red Sox.
Yeah, Tucker 0 for 1 in the ballgame, striking out in the second.
Swings over the top of that offering.
Wushke's had some pretty good stuff today. Obviously, that third inning didn't go the way he would have wanted it to, but overall, stuff looked good.
He gets another swing and miss there, yeah, and I don't know, it's when you play so many games, when Siemens Stadium is at its AA plus grade, sometimes when it takes that step down to just being an A grade with the elements, it can change how you have to play. Munoz takes it on the hop across the field to Elsner. One away.
Yeah, it can be a bit challenging, but Munoz making it look easy there. The sure hands over at shortstop to get out number 1.
Yeah, and it's going to be a lot of outs if you hit it along the infield grass because it's going to throw those brakes on the ball real quick. So even if you're a guy that's used to having that contact getting through the infield, not going to play that way today. That one fouled off. And from my look at it, it looked like the cover had come off the baseball.
that would hamper things a little bit.
It doesn't happen very often.
No, you should keep having to play with it, though. It would really mix with the breaking balls there.
Wushke delivers. Tried to get it framed up, did Logan Grant. Couldn't do it. Again, the benefit of having somebody that's as veteran as Logan Grant behind the plate can't be understated. As I said, starts Vauxhall, then comes the Dawgs. That one's labeled for the puddle on the outside of that foul line.
Yeah, having that vet, and like you said, he's been through so many different situations. There's very little in this sport that he hasn't seen. He has a comfort with Wushke going to Bellevue with him, so that is a nice calming influence back there behind home plate.
And as I've said, I need to get a punch card for all the positions LG plays.
It would just be a hole at this point.
Hasn't pitched yet.
Oh, fair.
That one bounces in. I think that might be the only position in the punch card not knocked out. Maybe if the Dawgs get a big lead again this year, maybe we'll get to see that hole in the punch card finally get taken.
The problem is he's catching all the time.
Yeah, that is a bit of a problem. 2-2. Does not catch the outside corner this time.
Good take up there by Mons. That was a tricky one to lay off, but good patience, able to hold off.
Mons hitting in that one hole, as he said, out of Lafayette, but he'll swing at that Wushke offering, and another hay hung by Gavin.
By my count, that would be 4 on the game for him, and we've talked before about the depth he has on the breaking pitches. Really confident with everything that he's throwing out there today, so there's nothing you can really just lock in on when you're facing a pitcher that's dealing like that.
Raphael Jackson, coming to the plate. The Virgin Islands, they don't say if it's the U.S. or the British Virgin Islands on our roster sheet, but that sister states, I guess they call it. Do you have that in your research, Peter?
Nope.
Nope. I figured that one might be in there. You've always got the best notes.
Yeah. Didn't go that far. No, not this time.
Jackson ahead 1-0 as Wushke bounced it off home plate. Swing and a miss there, and that makes it 1-1, and Jackson looks like he was swinging out of his shoes.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a very good season, already extending a 15-game hit streak in this game, so why not take a big shot there when you're ahead in the count?
Count brought back to even. But good eye there at the plate, 2-1. You know, I love some of these NCAA sites, but they don't ever have, and he just listed Virgin Islands there too again. So we'll do more research. 2-1 with 2 away, and that one will get down into the Lambda South Lake. So no, never mind, it will not. Caden Williams had a better beat on it than I did. And the side is retired. We'll be back after these messages with more Dawgs baseball on FloCollege. So the Dawgs will try and get their first run of the game as they come to the dish.
Right fielder, number
It is
7.
going to be Jackson Farah leading off, the 9-hole hitter today, batting .239 on the season. I gotta say, he has the best picture on the Point Streak website.
Oh, does he?
Got a great smile.
Oh, yeah.
Pitch delivery looping off speed. Can't find the zone there.
Plenty of reasons to smile lately for Farah. Had the home run against Fort McMurray earlier this week.
Jake's on the outside corner there, however. 1-1 to the guy who bats left, throws right. That always throws me off.
I just don't understand. I would be confused if I had to remember all that.
Swings over the top of the next pitch coming out of the hand of Colton Anderson. You have to wonder, sometimes these schools say you can't pitch more than 35 innings in summer ball, and he's over that number.
Yeah.
Is Anderson. And Farah swings and misses. Another K on the record for Anderson. We'll head back to the top of the order with Ricky Sanchez. He's hit balls with power, but none of them have landed on the green grass.
No, he's gone the other way a couple of times and just not able to touch grass or water in this case. But Colton Anderson, like you said, just dealing so far in this game, and he is comfortable going late in the ball games. The quickest game he had was 4 innings. Everything else is above 5. And as you mentioned earlier, 6 innings in his last outing and then 7 the game before that.
Ricky, using the advantage of his 5'7" frame, watches that one soar over the strike zone. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Ricky. 5'8". It's listed at 5'8". I got corrected on that. That one catches the outside portion, 1-1. Ricky, obviously, as we all know, a fan favorite here in Okotoks.
Yeah, they would love for him to get something going here in the 5th.
That one just outside. 2-1 now the count to Ricardo Sanchez.
Again, one of the best eyes in the league. 22 walks this season in 26 games. He has a 4-walk game and a 5-walk game on the season.
And a perfect 0 ERA in his WCBL pitching career.
Yeah.
Swings and misses at that one. Count goes to even 2-2. A perfect 0 ERA with 3 strikeouts as well. So he's done all right on the mound.
Yeah.
In his very occasional duty.
Yeah.
I was joking with him that he might see more duty with the amount of arms that are down in the Dawgs bullpen, and that one will get all the way back to the backstop. Count is now full.
Should have swung at that one. Gets away from the catcher. He'd be at first baseman now.
Yeah.
See, it's that next level. You can just tell that I wasn't a very good hitter if I have to think of things like that to try to get on base.
Ah, come on, you're just emulating Vladimir Guerrero Sr.
Yeah.
3-2 for Ricky.
I also wasn't a very good runner, so that never really worked for me.
Oh, and Ricky disagrees with that call, but he gets rung up. And there's 2 away for the Dawgs. And for the usually eagle-eyed Sanchez, he gets warned.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see Sanchez have that many disagreements with home plate umpires.
I'm shocked.
Dirt talking to there.
I'm shocked to not see Lou come out of the dugout. He usually stands up for his guys.
Well, Mitch Schmidt is over there, standing in front of the dugout anyway.
It's not usually Mitch, though. It's usually Lou. Lou's the more fiery of the 2 co-managers. And once again, Logan Grant swears to bunt. That time wasn't quite as close.
Yeah, that was an easier one to call foul, not the one that dribbled up the third base line earlier. But putting the thought in the head anyway of the third baseman, Riley Bender, who crept in a little bit, going back not where you would normally see the third baseman play, a little bit more in, but still at least putting that thought in the third baseman's head.
The 0-1 after the bunt attempt to Logan Grant. That was coming right towards my Chicklets if there wasn't the protective netting in front of us.
Yeah, that one was going right between the eyes if that netting wasn't there. I mean, you'd probably move. You'd have had time.
Our friend Mike Gould will tell you the story of when we were doing commentary at Edmonton for the Brick Tournament, where I had to make a glove save to stop a puck from hitting me. So 0-2 here to Logan Grant. Grant gets that one up that third baseline, and it dies, so Logan Grant can around first. He'll be into second with maybe the most unnecessary slide we've seen in a while. But the 2-out rally has begun. Logan Grant celebrates at second.
Excellent bit of hitting there from Logan Grant. The third baseman was playing well off of the line. Grant recognizing that, punching it down there. I think without the man-made lake that is on the left field line, that's probably a double anyway. But Mother Nature helping out a little bit, and then Jordan Tucker taking a bit of a spill on the throw-in as well. So hopefully he's all right. But it is Grant at second now with Scansey looking to cash the first run of the ball game for the Dawgs.
Yeah, Zane Scansey out of Gig Harbor, Washington. He's got family in attendance for about the next 2 weeks, and Scansey swings at that first pitch. Fouled off down the first base line.
Cleared the field house.
It's not easy to do that. Duvernay Fieldhouse is large.
Yeah, it is big down there.
It's only going to get bigger with the next phase of construction set to begin after this collegiate season.
Having been in there, I don't know what you add to it. I guess just more of them. But it already feels like it has everything they need. So fantastic facilities.
They said they wanted to get a little bit more square footage so you could get outside of the bases.
That's fair. But yeah, just having Matt Stairs on the radio the other day and Nash Kroll today talking about the facilities here. Everyone just raving about that and being able to hone your skills in something like that. So getting even more space to do that's going to be a huge boost for this Okotoks team.
Scansey gets bat to ball. Will that one fly? It will. A home run with the family in attendance for Zane Scansey.
He gets all of that one out to right center field, and a big moment there for the Dawgs. Colton Anderson has been dealing in this game. You get Grant with a good piece of hitting ahead of him going the other way, and then Scansey going to the opposite field. Excellent power, sending that one out for his 9th home run of the season.
Draws the Dawgs within one. And that ball probably bouncing around on the road out there. He's trying to put it to the shell station.
He was, yeah.
Hayden Williams stands in now. Man who has not hit a home run in his WCBL career. He'll chop that one to first base and won't add to that 0 tally here. But the Dawgs put 2 on the board with the long fly. We'll be back with more Dawgs baseball when we return here on FloCollege. Gavin Wuschke will work into the sixth, or that is the sixth. So I think it's 5 innings plus is a quality start, right? If my brain is correct.
Yes. Sorry, I'm hitting every button on this thing.
Yeah.
I believe you are correct. Yeah.
Regardless, it's been a good day. A couple of those balls, as we've said, just throw the brakes on real quick with the Land of 1,000 Lakes that we're calling an outfield today. Gets the call on the outside corner. Ahead 1-0 is Wuschke on Fox.
A pitcher records a quality start when he pitches at least 6 innings. So he has to get through this inning here.
But with those 2 first pitches of the inning, looks like he can do it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's looking fresh out there. Also, you need, 3 earned runs or fewer, and one of those runs is unearned, so he's got some breathing room there.
Wuschke tries to paint the outside corner. Can't quite get the frame from Logan Grant.
That's a good take from Fox. That pitch looked like a strike for most of it and broke out of the zone. So either he was fooled or a very good eye up there at the plate.
Speaking of the position player pitching, Fox does have a pitching appearance this year. As that one misses the strike zone, 2-2. 0 for 1, he gave up the decision when he came in. Struck out 2 batters, but also allowed 2 runs. That one just misses low, and Wuschke is not pleased. Neither are the fans here at Siemens Stadium.
Neither was Ricardo Sanchez. Where I'm sitting, I'm basically even with him. He took a few skips in, and I don't know if he was yelling, but he was aggressively chewing on the gum he had.
Has to be careful, as he was already warned, and a swing and a miss. Down goes Fox.
Saw him try to get the braking stuff working in that at-bat and finally able to get it into a spot where Fox would go chasing. So an excellent at-bat. Good bounce back there from Wuschke as a call didn't necessarily go his way. Put it behind him and gets his 5th strikeout in the ballgame.
Be a goldfish, isn't that what was said in a certain television show?
I haven't thought of that in a while, but yes.
Haven't thought about one of the greatest soccer television shows of all time. Swing and a miss. A healthy cut there from Bai. He's down 0-1. He'll take the full walk around the home plate.
Yeah, the way this season's going for Bai, he's not swinging and missing a lot. 2 hits already in this ball game, and already at 343 for the year.
Fouls that one off, and Wuschke is dealing. Bai taking a long time between these pitches. Talking to himself as he He'll eventually step back into the batter's box, in which he says, "This ball's waterlogged.
Yeah.
Get me another one."
Everyone that doesn't feel like a bowling ball, please.
0-2 the count here to the catcher by. Maybe he needed one that had a little bit more weight to it.
Yeah, he has a bit of a chuckle on the mound with that one as well. But yeah, I mean, I was going to say he has all of his pitches working very effectively right now. Maybe not that one, but you're trying for the high heat. Why not?
1-2 here for Wushke. Swing and a miss again, and Wushke, that'll be a 6K if my math is correct.
It is, yeah, and another one, he gets him with the breaking ball down low. So changing the eye level of the hitter, throws one about 9 feet in the air the last at bat. Why not put one down toward the dirt, get him chasing for back-to-back strikeouts?
Another very smiley point streak photo for Jalen Myers, the Arlington, Texas native. He'll swing over the first offering from Wushke. Wushke was looking inside there, and Myers was looking for everything on the outside. That one's hit right into the path of Paez. 1-2-3. Go the Red Sox. We'll be back with the home half of the sixth when we return here on Flow Sports.
The Okotoks Dawgs and Lakeland Cemetery. Happy birthday to the following parents joining us at the game time. Happy 6th birthday, Tristan, from Mom and Dad. Happy 43rd birthday, Stacy. Keep bugging the players during the warm-ups. Happy 70th birthday to Neil, setting section 105. And a big welcome to the British Columbia Senior Little League team. Lastly, a shout out to a former Dog and Southern Alberta native in attendance tonight, Tucker Septunek. Fans, it is the last call to purchase your 50/50 tickets. Please visit one of our county players walking around the concourse to visit them at either our first base or third base 50/50 tickets. And a late announcement, happy bachelor and bachelorette to Mr. and Mrs. Swan. Love always, Jeff.
So both starters going to go into the sixth at the least. The Red Sox have sent an arm down to start getting band warm-ups going. It's always weird seeing how the different ways that pitchers have started to warm up these days.
We have to send him down a little bit earlier in the day so he can portage his way across the river that's down there.
And after making a good play defensively, Brandon Paez, I apologize, steps in the batter's box with a chance to do damage. The Dawgs still needing one to bring this game back to level as they trail 2-3. Or 3-2. You always say 3-2, Conrad. I swear, people pay me to speak this language sometimes. Paez, good eye on the inside pitch. He'll be ahead 1-0. Paez with those 5 o'clock somewhere blue gloves on. He rocks and gets a lot of that baseball, but it will be caught by the center fielder, Ian Montz. Good contact there from Paez.
Yeah, hit that ball hard, right on the screws, but just right at the center fielder, Montz. And there is no amount of water out there that's going to help on that. So you'll take the good contact and hope that the BABIP gods can help you out a little bit later.
Number 38, Stephen Elster.
Even Elsner will step into the dish now. Probably still has in the back of his mind that error he committed in the second inning, if I recall correctly.
Third.
Third.
Yes.
That was early.
Yeah.
But he'll take on the inside 1-0 the count.
Only reason I remember is because I was eating taco in a bag while it happened.
Oh, I'm so jealous. My dinner's a Mike and Ike's. Root beer. Float Mike and Ike's, but still Mike and Ike's. Elsner doesn't like the call on the outside corner, but he'll step back in. Elsner out of that Bellevue University pipeline we talked so much about. And Elsner chops that one up the middle of the infield. Gathered well by Myers. He'll throw to first. And Elsner is retired.
Yeah, tough one. Just got on top of that ball, chopping it to second base. I do like the short, compact swing that he has. Just hasn't really been able to square it up in this game. And Myers makes the nice, easy play. That one didn't hit much of the grass and took a pretty big hop at him at second. But sure-handed there was Myers to make the out.
They'll hand off to Aiden Munoz out of Coachella, California. The junior, now attending Simpson University, as you said, has recently changed his commitment. Pulls the bunt back there, and seems that's kind of the Dawgs have seen the signs now that bunt singles could be on the menu with how deep Bender is playing at third. He's now got toes on the grass, and Munoz will swing over that, offering 1-1.
Yeah, the square bunt, today is the day to do it with how wet the infield grass is, but also a lot of times if you're planning on taking the first pitch anyway, just square up and it gets it in the infielders' heads.
That one bent its way back into the strike zone, and Munoz disagrees, as do many of the Dawgs fans in attendance.
I don't have the same view. I thought that was a strike, and that was a filthy one too, a little knee buckler with the breaking ball gets him ahead.
1-2 delivered in Munoz. Munoz checks up, and Anderson took a bit of a rough one out on the mound.
Yeah, he slipped. Didn't get everything he wanted to on that one. Luckily for him, he slipped and tossed it to the outside because that is probably going to be one of the slower pitches he throws tonight.
The 2-2 to Munoz. Stretch delivers just outside. It's a full count to Munoz.
I don't know if Anderson has his footing back yet, as that landing didn't look super comfortable for him either. Got good velocity on it, but he didn't look comfortable landing on that one.
3-2 to Munoz. It's right down Main Street. Munoz swings over the top, but another strikeout with the off-speed. Peter Klein will take you the rest of the way when we return here on Okotoks Dawgs baseball on Flow Sports.
The seventh inning is presented by 8 Farmers of Alberta. Our 8 Farmers are proud to provide fresh, affordable local eggs every day. Eggs are a nutritional powerhouse with 6 grams of protein that knocks it out of the park.
Top half of the 7th inning here in Okotoks. The Dawgs and Red Sox in a pretty good battle here. Regina, with a 3-2 lead. It will be Hamry, Bender, and Samard coming up, with Wuschke still out on the mound. First pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Once he gets through this one, this will be the most batters that Wuschke has faced for the Dawgs this season. matching the start from last game against Fort McMurray. That one misses outside, 1-1. Hammering. Oh, sorry.
We mentioned that the Dawgs might have more arms in the dugout in the bullpen rather, after last night, but not electing to go to them here yet. And I think there might be someone warming.
Yeah, there is some activity in the bullpen as that pitch is fouled away, but Wushke has really settled in. Obviously, the later you get into ball games, you do pay a bit more attention to it, but he has not allowed anyone to get on base since Bai got a single in the third inning. And now looking for another strikeout, sitting at 6 in the ball game. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pulls the string on the breaking ball and gets Hamry to sit down for the first out of the 7th.
So the Dawgs are 2 away from K-ing 9 on the evening. Always love when I can put that pun in, Peter.
Yeah,
Dawgs,
that's a solid one. Yeah. No, that's very, very well done. It's 11 in a row retired by Wushke as Bender comes to the plate. It's this ball on the screws to second base. Paez has it, plays it on a hop, and will make the out for number 2.
I think that's a harder play than a lot of people recognize. It took a very funny hop off the edge of the green grass. Kind of had to adjust his hands, but got there and got it over to Elsner. We do have a pitching change that is coming in. It will be Nicholas Yard who will start the next inning for the Red Sox. Apologies, folks.
And now Justin Simard comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. He will try to keep it away from Munoz, where he's hit it in his last 2 appearances. Takes that one for a strike, 0-1. There's a line out to short in the 2nd inning with Bender on second, and he grounded out to short in the 4th.
For a guy that hasn't had a lot of playing time as of late, Munoz has been real good. Speaking of good, the stuff coming out of the hand of Wushke has been excellent.
Yeah, Wushke would rather not test Munoz again. He just wants to mow down another one. Wushke standing tall on the mound. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 8 strikeouts in the ball game for Wushke, who's fired up, helping the Dawgs stay within 1. Stretch time at Siemens Stadium. Dawgs 2, Red Sox 3 here on FloCollege.
Now pitching for the Regina Red Sox, number 37, Nicholas Yard.
Home half of the 7th inning here in Okotoks. Peter Klein, Conrad Krauser with you. The Dawgs looking to get back even with Regina, as this one is a 3-2 lead for the Red Sox. Right now it'll be 8-9-1 for the Dawgs. Aiden Rose, Jackson Farah, and Ricardo Sanchez facing new pitcher into the ballgame, Nicholas Yard. Born in Colorado, attending Doane University.
Had a bit of a struggle so far this year with the ERA around 6.41, but he has also had some starts and, again, threatening to bunt Aiden Rose.
Yeah, bunted through that one, 0-1. Yeah, the 6.41 ERA, 1-2. This the 12th appearance for Yard, as you mentioned, 3 starts. Also has a save on the resume, 26 2/3 innings pitched, 26 strikeouts.
Not often you see the start and save in the pitching category.
The 0-1. That hit off of everything up at home plate, and it's 1-1.
You saw by to say, my bad to Aiden Rose, as that one plunked off the helmet.
Also, you mentioned you don't see the start and the save in the same column, or the same stat line. They were in back-to-back appearances. He had a 7-inning performance against Swift Current on the 2nd for a win, and then picked up a save 5 days later in Weyburn. Misses with that one, it's 2-1. So showing off that versatility, but fun to look in the batters faced column, and it's 25-3-20.
And also has an at-bat this year.
Yeah, just doing it all.
Or no, that was last year. I apologize.
Oh, you're right. Rose stings this one into left center field to get down for a base hit. He is rounding first hard. Will hold up, but it is a leadoff single for Aiden Rose as the potential tying run makes it to first base.
Again, in most days, that might have been a double if it bounces around in the outfield, but I think that might be the first time we'll talk about where the Land of 1,000 Lakes actually hurts the Dawgs batter.
Yeah, it's giveth and taketh away, I suppose. As Jackson Farah comes up to the plate, he is 0 for 2 in the ballgame, striking out a couple of times.
The sophomore Lynn Benton.
217 this year there with a home run, 14 runs batted in. Takes that one for a ball, 1-0.
As we've said, that's one of the traditional WCBL pipeline schools,
yes.
Lynn Benton. You see at least 1 or 2 of their guys on each team, it seems, at least in the Western Division.
Yard checks over at first. Rose with a usual lead. That one gets fouled back. Makes a very loud noise. Bounces back into the front and a nice catch made.
That's one of our 50-50 sellers, our Dawgs.
Well, now the Dawgs Academy playing the ricochet on that one. The count's even now at 1-1. That came back with some heat down there too.
Yeah, hit off the front of the overhang here at Siemens Stadium. Don't see many of those at this stadium.
The 1-1. Breaking ball drops in, 1-2. Nasty stuff there to get ahead in the count. Farah, home run in his last appearance on the 13th against Fort McMurray. Love to just keep this line moving here with Aiden Rose over at first. The 1-2. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Struck him out, and there's one away.
3 strikeouts on the evening for big, tall Jackson Farah.
Tough day for him, but now it's Ricardo Sanchez looking to follow up. Sanchez also without a hit. He's only had a couple games this year where he hasn't reached base.
But that's not for lack of tattooing the baseball today.
No, he's hit the ball hard. Mentioned them before. The BABIP God's just not on his side.
He needs to open the stance a little bit. Just tune it away from right field.
Big swing and a miss there. It's 0-1. BABIP beating batting average on balls in play, for those who don't know what I'm just rattling off. As Rose gets the lead over at first, does have 1 steal this season for the Dawgs.
Yeah, a few less than the guy that's in the batter's box right now.
Yes. Don't know if he had any this year, but last year with UBC, he had 8 stolen bases. Getting a pretty good lead. Now he runs. The 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball to throw to second. Skips down, and it's not in time. It's a stolen base for Aiden Rose.
I think that's his second steal of the day. Well, no, the one was a wild pitch.
Yes.
Technically.
Yeah, got to second base on a pass ball, and I was in there when they were making the scoring decisions. God, just give it to him. But still, he reaches there on the pass ball. So now, talk about a good RBI guy up at the plate, Ricardo Sanchez. He's been hitting the ball hard. If he can touch grass, this is probably a tie ball game with some good speed out at second base.
And you saw By and Yard have a little bit of a conversation. And I think that's Andy Peterson, the third base coach, had a chat with Ricky, knowing that Aiden Rose at second changes how you have to approach this at bat a little bit.
For Sanchez, he does have a 5-game hit streak, and talking about the RBIs, he has 7 of them in the last 3 games. So that, a testament to the bottom of the order, getting guys on base, and Sanchez cashing them in. Looking to do that again here. Dawgs down by 1. The count even at 1. The pitch. Hits the inside part of the plate, and it's 1-2.
And we did see Ricky have a few words for Jamie Thiessen last time he was at the plate, so you have to think he might be biting his tongue a little bit.
He also had some out in the field the next half inning, too. Both sides have had it, which means Thiessen probably thinks he's had a good day. It's always nice when you can make both sides angry. The 1-2, Sanchez waits and fouls it away.
Got a little applause there from Aiden Rose as he heads back to second. Two long-time teammates.
Yes. Yeah, they've spent a lot of summers standing not very far apart from each other at second base and shortstop here at Siemens Stadium. Now Sanchez would love to trade places with him. Rose dancing over at second. The 1-2. Sanchez takes, and it's 2-2.
Ricky wanted to go and golf that one out, but managed to keep the bat on his shoulder.
This is one where I think our vantage point, which is just a little bit left of center here, might mess with us, because that didn't look particularly close just from where I am sitting, but the catcher held it there and had some words, so it must have been closer than it looked like from this vantage point. The 2-2 to Sanchez. Rose is running. The pitch chopped over to third. They will make the tag at third. The throw to first is in time. Double play made on a heads-up play by Riley Bender. The tag and the throw across the diamond ends the inning. We go to the 8th here at Siemens Stadium. Dawgs still down by 1 on FloCollege.
I'm going to use a 50-50. If you were in a jersey, you could have given a yellow ticket. That yellow ticket, if it's yours, you got 4 tickets to the All-Star game. That yellow ticket is 984-304. And they take 304. And that is it. Hey, congratulations for the winner.
The event presented by the Deerfoot Inn Casino, Calgary's favorite place for the stay and play.
And as for 50-50, 1,570 going to a D ticket. D10244. 10244. Declare your winnings at the Dawgs office.
Now pitching for your Dogs out of Panola State Community College, number 39, Trey Backwood.
New pitcher into the ball game for the Dawgs here in the top half of the 8th inning as Trey Mackwood comes into the game, born in Calgary out of Panola State Community College, making his 20th appearance of the season, which is a lot.
Yeah, he's been called on a lot, but it's not a ton of innings. The one inning kind of guy.
Yes, yeah, he's 1-1, 20 2/3 innings pitched, 18 strikeouts, 13 walks. Coming off of an outing where he did give up a run against Saskatoon on a couple of hits, walked a couple as well, struck out one in the Dawgs' 11-8 loss against the East leading Berries.
I think a lot of pitchers have given up a couple hits to Saskatoon Berries.
So it'll be 9-1-2 for Regina here in the 8th with a 3-2 lead.
Out of a fun town name, Detroit Lakes, Minnesota.
Tucker has to duck out of the way of that one, 1-0. I threw one of those one time, and it hit the guy's bat and came down in fair territory. We all just kind of stood there and looked at it for a second. Like, oh, we should do something about this. Pitch is a ball, 2-0. But yeah, you don't.
It's more, you think more blitz ball when you see that, or wiffle ball.
Yeah. 2-0. Sails on him, and it's 3-0.
Or if you're a John Boy Media fan like me, maybe the ball in play that they've had going on.
Yeah. Looks like a fun tournament to play in, or a fun activity anyway to play in.
Yeah.
The 3-0. In for a strike, it's 3-1.
Yeah, Tucker was taking the whole way, almost dropped the bat off his shoulder before that ball even crossed home plate.
The 3-1. Walked him. So leadoff man is aboard, and it's back to the top of the order now for Regina here in the 8th.
A couple less than competitive pitches there, if I'm stealing a phrase from our friend Mike Gould.
Yeah, a few that he definitely would want back. That last one looked pretty close, but tough to get the close ones when you've missed by that much on a few other ones. But now he'll look to rebound against Montz. 1 for 3 in the ballgame, struck out a couple of times, fouls that one back. The 2 strikeouts bookending a triple and a run scored in the 3rd.
Yeah, the waterlogged triple, I'll call it. Maybe we're the bad luck, Peter. Have we thought about that?
It might be. The 0-1 squares to bunt. Missed it. The throw to first behind the runner, not in time. That was an interesting setup because no one knew if he bunted it, if he missed it, if he foul tipped it. So the runner kind of caught in no man's land, but diving back in on a close play there from Logan Grant.
Oh, yeah, I've already had the one back pick from Logan Grant off in the 3rd inning, and that one's popped up.
Bunted foul, and it's 1-2.
That was going to be a tough one for LG to get to.
Yes, yeah, that one would have taken a lot. But now likely takes the bunt off the table here. Count 1-2 to Montz. Hit .304 with LSU Shreveport this year.
We've seen stranger things than bunting on a X and 2 count.
The 1-2 takes, and it's 2-2.
Where that missed, I'm not entirely sure. I think Logan Grant agrees with me. Held that one for a long time.
Mackwood checks the runner at first. Now comes home. The 2-2 sails on when the count's full at 3-2.
I understand Mackwood taking a little bit of the stride off the back of the mound. Thought he might have had the strikeout. Now in a full count.
From the stretch, Mackwood comes home. The runner goes. The pitch is fouled off. Well back behind home plate and off into the parking lot. It goes into the parking lot, and the first sound that plays is a drum hitting the cymbal. Sounded like, oh boy, that hit something? Oh, no, just a drum.
Yeah, that's where my car is up in that general direction, so hoping it wasn't a rear window.
And the 3-2. Walked another one. Another close pitch does not go the Dawgs' way. And the first 2 are aboard here for the Red Sox.
Yeah, I think there might be a mound visit here, and maybe I'm wrong.
There is some activity down in the Dawgs bullpen. I cannot make out who it is. So it's a righty pitching.
You have to think Andy Pedersen might decide to go talk to Trey, as this is not the usual Trey Mackwood we're used to seeing.
No, it is not. And now we do have a meeting out on the mound.
I'm seeing the future, Peter.
Yes. Conrad Stradamus.
Oh, it's not with this sport. But if you watch me on Blue Sky, hockey, it's been eerily.
Oh, yeah?
I do some work with our mutual friend, Andrew Berkshire, and he started calling me Conrad Stradamus. I actually called the Andrew Mangiapane to the Oilers at the beginning of free agency.
Nice.
Well, I think that one might have been a little easier to call.
Just quickly, out-of-town scoreboard tonight. Weyburn with a 9-2 win on Swift Current. That one is final. They're in the top half of the ninth inning in Lethbridge. The Saskatoon Berries with a 10-2 lead out there. Brooks and Energy City are going to have to wait for another day. Medicine Hat's up 11-0 on Moose Jaw in the top of the seventh. And Fort McMurray has a 5-2 lead on Sylvan Lake.
Yeah,
that one's final. Sorry, 5-2 win for Fort McMurray.
That Energy City one, that's a little bit easier to reschedule.
Yes. But opportunity here for the Dawgs. They are expecting a bunt, is what I will tell you, as Elsner is almost closer than the pitcher is to home plate. It's bunted over on the third base side. Sanchez charges, throw to first is in time for the out. So a well-executed sacrifice bunt from Raphael Jackson, and there's runners at second and third, but a good play from Sanchez makes sure there's one down.
Yeah, and as we said, Ricky, not your everyday third baseman, not used to having to come in from the corner, and made that one look relatively easy.
About as easy as you can make charging a baseball and then throwing it with a speedster running up the baseline. So now it's Fox, 0 for 3 in the ball game.
Struck out in his last at bat.
He will be here for the All-Star game, looking to extend a 3-game hit streak where he has been just an absolute monster. Infield in for the Dawgs. Takes, it's a strike, it's 0-1. During this 3-game hit streak for Matthew Fox out of Huntington Beach, California, he has 6 hits, 3 of them are home runs, and he has 7 runs batted in. So the 0 for tonight is very well earned by this Dawgs pitching staff. The 0-1. Swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2.
You have to think, like, is the mind, did you think about intentionally walking the guy who's got 3 home runs in the last 3 games? But obviously you have trust in Mackwood to try and get the hot bat out.
Well, and the guy in the on-deck circle has reached base in 12 straight. It is a frying pan fire situation with Regina. The 0-2. You want to swing at that real bad.
The high heat is so tempting, even when you're down 0-2.
I can't lay off it in a video game. I don't know how you do it as a human being up at the plate.
I can't do it in softball, so I'm in the same book.
The 1-2. Golfs that one foul. It stays 1-2. As the Dawgs right now have about 40 toes on the grass. Everyone on the infield is in. Understanding that the 1-run deficit has been tough to make up over the last little bit. They do not want to see Regina add another one to it.
And you maybe have to think that those bloop singles, they're going to be extra bases regardless with the field conditions.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Doesn't matter. That's the easiest way to get out of it.
A huge strikeout for Mackwood, and there's 2 gone here in the 8th.
Is that the 9th K?
That would be, yes, that would be K9 for the Dawgs here today. And now the Dawgs will issue the intentional pass. So Bye will get the bye and move his way to first base. Not my best work, but I'll take it. Not your K9.
It's good enough. And they'll have a conversation here.
This is going to be a new pitcher.
This is going to be a new pitcher.
So with Myers coming up 0 for 3 in the ball game, Mackwood getting a very important strikeout, and he will hand the ball off. Get some congratulations from the Dawgs infield. So new man coming in. He'll make his way across the moat and onto the diamond here.
Yeah, off the mount into the moat.
Yeah.
Oh, and I think that's, I think we might be hearing some heave away here shortly.
There it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Chase Tucker into the ball game for the Okotoks Dawgs.
You just have to wait for that one.
Yeah.
It is one of the best songs in all of Canadian sports, so.
Out of Campbellsville University, born in St. John's, Newfoundland, Chase Tucker making his 20th appearance of the season. He's 1-0 with a 2.84 ERA. Does have a save this season. 25 and a third innings pitched, 22 strikeouts, 5 walks. Someone who the Dawgs trust in high leverage situations, and I would suggest bases loaded with 2 out of the 8 qualifies as a high leverage situation.
Yeah, and you mentioned fills a very similar role at Campbellsville and also did at Our Lady of the Lakes University was at previously, if my brain's, or no, St. Mary? Put me out of my misery here, PK.
The notes say USR.
Okay. Ugh. Not like a steel trap today, Peter.
That's all good. With Campbellsville this year, he did get into 43 and 2/3 innings, 42 strikeouts.
Yeah, and he's only an inning less than he pitched last year in the summer of 2024. So has been called on a little bit more this year.
Yeah, and has certainly earned the trust there of this Dawgs coaching staff with how effective he has been.
And as I've said a few times, I'm going to say it again, so I apologize. I listen to a lot of Dawgs games. Completely changed how he's taking the signs, completely changed how he's gripping the ball. So even with a lot of evolution in his game, still being Mr. Consistent.
University of St. Rose was the answer you were looking for out of, College of St. Rose, but either way, out of Albany, New York.
It's pretty close to home.
Breaking ball misses, 1-0.
Maybe as close as you can go with crossing the border to the States.
It's Jalen Myers out of Arlington, Texas. The 1-0. Takes and it's 2-0.
Tucker trying to paint around the edges and just can't quite either entice the swing or get the call from Thiessen.
Tucker just 5 walks this season. Hasn't walked a batter since June 15th against Energy City. The 2-0. Misses and it's 3-0.
You could tell the fans wanted that one. Thiessen did not even flinch.
So now Tucker has to battle. Fellow Tucker is over at third. That pitch, a strike, and it's 3-1. And a Bronx cheer for Jamie Thiessen. But the Red Sox Tucker is over at third. Montz at second. By over at first. With Amory waiting on deck. Long look in for Tucker. Now he comes set. The 3-1. Swinging and a miss, it's 3-2.
Brought the heat there and gets it into a full count.
Challenging him with the fastball and blowing it by. So now the runners will be off and running on the pitch. Myers in his 4th game with the Red Sox this year, hitting .364 with a home run and an RBI against Tucker, who's been lights out. The 3-2 popped him up over on the right side. Elsner making his way over, as is Paez, who will make the play and end the inning. The Red Sox threaten, but they do not score. We go to the bottom of the 8th here at Siemens Stadium. Dawgs down by 1 on FloCollege. Bottom of the 8th. Dawgs down by 1, and they got the right bats coming up. Logan Grant followed by Scansey and Williams. 2, 3, 4 for Okotoks. Grant came around to count on the home run by Scansey in the 5th.
Dawgs fans starting to get their way back into it. They've been very vocal over the last few innings.
Yard back in for another inning of work. First pitch misses up and away, 1-0. Delicate window opening, you could barely notice.
They're great because they come down and go up on their own, but they're not the quietest things.
Yeah, there are F1 cars that don't move that fast. The 1-0 misses up and away, 2-0.
Yeah, and Logan Grant, just find a way to get on base. That's all you got to do here. And as we've said all year, the Dawgs not necessarily doing it via the long ball all season, been very good at small ball.
Grant with a 421 OBP with Bellevue University this year, so find a way to get on base. He has. He fouls that one right over our heads. And it's 2-1. Grant hitting .259 in 13 appearances with the Dawgs. Came in a little late, if I'm not mistaken.
The last of the platoon of catchers that the Dawgs have had this year. Or I guess it'd be more of a troop.
Yeah.
About 9 guys that have handled that this season.
The 2-1, he squares to bunt, pulls it back, and it's 3-1. They have Bender creeping in over on the third base side.
And he should probably just start with all 10 of the toes on the grass because the Dawgs have repeatedly threatened that bunt.
I am interested that he is playing him to pull again as he shot one down the third base line when he got on earlier in the ball game. The 3-1 misses high and tight, ball 4, and the potential go-ahead run comes to the plate now in Scansey. Last time he was up at the dish, reason why this is only a 1-run ball game. As he hit one deep.
Crushed over that Napa Auto Parts sign.
Yeah, he gave that one a ride, and now a conversation about how to handle this at bat.
And I don't know, is this kind of an icing the pitcher sort of scenario to you, Peter?
It might be a little bit. I wonder if it kind of puts into it gets you thinking, right? Like you have to think. Yeah, you have to think about this at bat a lot. It's a guy who went deep, not against you, but against the other guy before, and it also puts in your head like, is there a play on with the runner over at first base? Are they thinking sack bunt? I can't imagine with a guy who just hit one 400 feet, but you never know. It just gets a lot of thoughts in your head, and thinking's never good when you're playing a sport. At least that's what I told myself. The breaking ball misses outside, 1-0.
We're just talking about sport?
Yeah. Grant taking the lead, has one stolen base this year, had 15 with the Dawgs a season ago. But not an overly aggressive lead. The 1-0 fouls that one back, it's 1-1.
The high heat gets the swing from Scansey, and he'll reach up, grip some pine tar off of his bat, and step back in.
It's now 9 runs batted in for Scansey in the last 4 games.
Is that good?
That's pretty good. Yeah, that'll do. The 1-1. Hits it hard off of yard. He'll make the recovery, toss it over to first for the out. Grant goes to second in what is one of the more painful sacrifice plays of the season.
There's a little bit of a hitch in the giddy up there for field, or yard rather. I'm thinking Tom Field is a Cavalry FC player.
Ah, yes. Yeah, there's a
Field, yard, they're close enough.
bit of a limp there. You hope he was all right, but that hit him flush. Looked like it was right around the knee area, too. That's where he's kind of pointing down to, right on the side of the knee. But it would be his plant leg. I mean, neither one of them is good.
No. And there wasn't anyone warming, so I think that it might be telling them to speed up and get someone at least loosening. Oh, I thought it would be Savannah coming out, but it looks like the Red Sox have traveled with their own physio.
Yeah, and if there is an injury, obviously the pitcher coming in would get as many pitches as they would need to get ready. They're not going to rush that process, but it is good that they're getting someone warm down there. continue to take a look. It was a hard hit ball from Scansey. That hit him pretty square. He is trying now. Sorry, it is kind of the pivot leg that he has. The push-off one, I suppose.
His plant leg rather than his landing leg.
Mm-hmm.
Being very ginger about things.
Yeah. Getting a couple of warm-up tosses in right now.
Until, I don't.
The velocity was there, but that looked anything but comfortable.
Watch how he lands, too. He didn't put any weight on that right leg.
Yeah, and he's hopping. It's one thing to, I mean, if he's comfortable staying in the game, he's comfortable staying in the game. And if they're comfortable keeping him in, then I guess they are. It's one thing to be able to throw it, but as we literally just saw, you also have to be in a spot to field your position as well and defend yourself. All things that are factoring into the conversation right now.
And you always want to finish what you started as an athlete.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're in a close ball game in a close division. Is your team's best chance to win you saying, listen, my stuff may be good, but I'm not ready to be a full baseball player, but I'm going to
stay in. Not going to stay in the ball game.
I think the stay ready sign was just sent out.
Yeah, they still have someone warming up in the bullpen. So now it'll be Caden Williams. Williams struck out in the first, walked in the third, and grounded out to first base in the fifth, and the rest is still unwritten.
Wouldn't it be great if he got his first WCBL home run here?
I'm sure he believes that, yes. That certainly would be. A lot of people here in attendance would be very happy about that as well. Dawgs down by 1. Runner at second. First pitch. Still doesn't look super comfortable. Misses up and away. 1-0.
It looks like it's Tyler Fortin warming up. Or it's probably Fortin.
Yeah, it is just Fortin.
Right,
yeah.
You're right. You got that one.
A look in from Yard. Ready's now with the 1-0. Again, dancing out at second is Grant. The pitch misses up, 2-0.
Yeah, you're going to probably, well, I thought they were going to pull him mid at bat. It's all three of the coaches now out on the play.
This is,
maybe there's a big puddle in the,
yeah.
in the dugout. But
this is cruel. I would almost consider a bunt and try to make him field his position. If you wanted to be mean about things.
No crying in baseball, Peter.
The 2-0. Sails on him, and it's 3-0. Caden out of Pitt State University hit .310 this year with a .417 on base percentage. Did have 5 home runs there, 46 runs batted in. Ready's now with the 3-0. Grant continuing to hop side to side. Pulls the bunt back, and it's 3-1.
As you said, the Dawgs not feeling any sympathy for Yard.
I do think that was one he was taking all the way, but just put that thought in a little bit. But if you're all right to play, you're all right to play. Would be the justification of that one. The 3-1. Misses inside, ball 4. So second time aboard by way of the free pass for Williams today, and that will bring Paez to the plate. First and second now with one away. Paez 0 for 3 in the ballgame. Flew out to center field, grounded out to second, and flew out to center field. So he's kept it up the middle tonight.
Yeah, and the late movement here, so Paez will get to be the first to see Fortin.
Yeah, this feels like the move there. There was a few of those that looked just a little off. The landing doesn't look overly comfortable. It is too bad because he had very good stuff in this ball game. But this is, I would imagine, spelling the end of his day. I guess I shouldn't talk incompletes. That first trip does not count as a mound visit. That was a injury conversation. So they're going to continue to have this talk.
Fortin looked like he was stepping off the mound out there. So
Yeah, it is a lengthy conversation. And they're going to leave him in the ballgame. So apologies, it looked final to me. And again, 2 mound visits in an inning for the same pitcher, that's it. But the first one doesn't count, so it was an injury. So
For an evaluation.
yes, yeah. So he's going to stay in the ballgame to face Paez, who again 0 for 3 on the ballgame. Looking to come up with a big hit here.
The Quebec native out of Montreal.
Red-shirted with Utah. Had some good moments with the Dawgs Academy. First pitch swinging, fouls that one away. It's 0-1. Paez hitting .343 on the year with a home run and 13 runs batted in.
And speed to burn if he can get on the bases.
6 steals this year with the Dawgs. Good speed out at second with Grant, so you have to think a single. It's a pretty good chance he'll score. The 0-1. Takes, and it's 1-1. Nice breaking pitch, but it just broke too much.
And Paez watched in the whole way.
With Elsner ready on deck. Set ready now with the 1-1. Both runners are going. The pitch is a ball. The throw is into second base, and it's into the runner. Everybody's safe. A double steal. Sorry, Conrad. A double steal. Now Williams at second. Grant at third.
Good heads-up play and lots of aggression. We're going to have a conversation talking. Are they questioning if Paez didn't get out of the way and was interfering with the throw?
Yeah, that does seem what the conversation is. The throw hit Williams, who is walking that one off right now. So, yes, I wonder if Paez was in the... But he took the pitch,
yeah.
so he wouldn't... I can't imagine he was in the way.
Oh, our DJ in stadium, DJ Christian, has been a savage recently, and sorry, folks. But
So,
aggressive base running from the Dawgs has been their calling card.
yeah, it really has been, and it puts the pressure on. We mentioned some good speed out there. Now, all of a sudden, the tying run stands just 90 feet away, which means the infield is in for Regina. The count 2-1 to Paez. Nicholas Yard comes set. The pitch flared into right field. Charging in on it is Jackson. He won't get there. Jackson for a base hit. Grant coming home. The throw is cut off. And this game is tied. An RBI single for Paez. 3-3 here in the eighth.
Not a bad time to get your first hit the game, and you have to wonder if the Red Sox are regretting their decision to let Nicholas Yard try and get out of it himself. And he looks upset with himself. Yeah, there's a few words that might have four letters in them, I think, being said there.
It's tough for him, too, because that's not the hardest hit ball, right? So his stuff looked fine. It didn't look comfortable when he was landing, but the stuff looked okay. It's just a good hit from Paez, dropping that one in front of your all-star right fielder. So a tough one there for Nicholas Yard. And we have a brand new ball game with runners at first and third. And again, you mentioned it before, Conrad, with Paez. A ton of speed out there with Paez and Williams.
It'll end off to Tyler Fortin. Fortin, his first year with the Red Sox. 2-0 record with an .857 ERA. 8 appearances and 3 starts. 21 inning pitch, 21 strikeouts, but has also issued 10 walks.
Out of Burkburnett, Texas, attending southwestern Oklahoma. And he comes in quite the spot.
Yeah, his last start was in Brooks, I apologize. He didn't take the decision, pitched 3 innings, and had 4 strikeouts in the 12 batters he faced.
Just wrapped up his second season with Southwest Oklahoma. Got into 15 games, 1-1 with a 3.18 ERA. 22 and 2/3 innings pitched, 19 strikeouts. But maybe the reason he is in right now, just the 4 walks on the campaign with Southwest Oklahoma.
So has increased that number while he's been here in the WCBL. He has 10 on the WCBL season and only 8 appearances.
So an interesting spot that he walks into. Paez with the RBI single. He'll be sitting over at first base.
And the Dawgs, knowing that there was a lefty starter, they have a lot more right-handed bats than usual in the lineup. So don't get as many lefty-on-lefty lineups as you may like if you're a fan of the Red Sox.
Of note, Paez does have 6 stolen bases this season. And you wonder if something may be on with the classic first and third. With Williams at second, that's a ton of speed if they decide to throw through. And so now, Elsner walks to the plate, 0 for 3 in the ballgame.
But lots of power in the first baseman here. You've got to be careful if you're Fort.
42 home runs in 2 seasons at Bellevue University and 127 RBIs in those 2 years. Just looking to get this one to the outfield. First pitch. Up and away, 1-0.
Not to mention his 4 home runs and 14 ribbies here with the Dawgs this season, rotating in with Nash Kroll over at first.
His last start, he drove in 2 with Fort McMurray. Looking to get 1 in here at least. The 1-0, he squares to bunt, he gets it down. It's a squeeze play, and the Dawgs take the lead. The throw to first, it gets away from Cameron.
What a gutsy call. With a power there, laying down the suicide squeeze.
That was one of the last things you would be expecting. Williams breaking, the bunt is laid down, and a perfect one. Paez gets to second base. Elsner at first on the bunt, and the Dawgs have the lead.
And a pinch hitter, the Crow Show, steps into the batter's box.
So Connor Croson in for Munoz. I would...
You have to assume he's playing third for the 9th and
Yeah.
he'll shift Ricky back to short.
I would assume that would be the move. First pitch to Croson. Takes outside, it's 1-0. Croson will be in attendance for the All-Star game here again at Siemens Stadium on the 16th. Hitting .392 on the year with 2 home runs, 33 runs batted in. He has 4 runs batted in the last 3. He takes high, and it's 2-0. An on-base percentage that has been around .500 for most of the year.
And when you're batting .400, getting the OBP the extra 100 points, a little bit easier.
It's a 6-game hit streak for Croson. Well and ahead in the count here, 2-0. Big swing and a miss there, and it's 2-1.
He's trying to emulate what he did in the final game of the playoffs last year. Try to put that one off the scoreboard.
Paez at second. Elsner in at first. Dawgs with 2 this inning to take the lead. Swing and a drive into center field, not deep. Montz is there, he will make the play. Everyone sticks, and there's 2 down.
That'll bring your DH to the dish, and Rosie's been all right tonight.
Yeah, Aiden Rose 1 for 2 in the ball game. Singled in the 7th, walked in the 2nd inning. Also stole a bag and was cut down on a unique stolen base, or double play, sorry. He was running on the pitch. Sanchez chomped it to third. Tag was made, throw to first, end of the inning. But now looking to extend this one here with the Dawgs up 1. Takes, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, the good old 5-3 double play.
Yeah, don't see that a lot. Rose with 10 runs batted in this season for the Dawgs, including 1 a couple days ago against Saskatoon. The 1-0. Chops this one foul to the third base side, and the count's even at 1-1.
I'd be checking that bat. That sounded a little funky. Sometimes your ears can tell you as much as your eyes.
We talked a bit before about the aggressive base running for the Dawgs. It paid off this inning with that double steal with Grant and Williams, and both of them come into count.
There's a lot of speed between those two guys, and still decent amount with the guys who got on base now, and Paez and Elsner.
That one misses up and away, 2-1. Rose hit over 300 with the Dawgs a season ago, drove in 9. He's already eclipsed that total this season. And is ahead in the count now. The 2-1 misses low and in. It's 3-1. Farrow waits on deck. It's been an entertaining week of baseball here at Siemens Stadium. Top 2 teams in the league faced off for 2 days, and now a Regina team battling for second in the East. Has given the Dawgs everything they can handle, but Okotoks has the lead for the first time tonight. Looking to extend it. This at bat will be extended. It's 3-2. So now both runners will get a head start. Running on the pitch with Paez at second.
For as long as Aiden Rose has been a Dog, only home run back in summer of 2021.
Looking to change that here potentially. The 3-2. Runners go. The pitch lined up the middle and down for a base hit. Paez getting the wave around third. The throw home is not in time. An RBI single for Aiden Rose. And some breathing room for the Dawgs. It's 5-3.
Right back up the middle with Aiden Rose. And good patience. And we have another substitution, Peter Klein. As I think we'll hear a little funky sound.
Nash Kroll makes his way to the plate.
So that'll mean Elsner will likely move up to left. If you're wondering how that affects the Dawgs defensively.
Kroll with the home run in the game yesterday.
And they're giving him the free bag.
He will walk.
Oh, and the Boo Birds have come out here.
So the intentional pass for
Nash just said, pumps up the crowd. He's not a fan of it either. Oh,
well, and that'll be the end of the day for Nash. Always the showman.
Pitch running first base, number 3, Jake Skaggs.
So Jake Skaggs will come into the game. I would imagine he will shift his way out to right field now.
Yeah.
As he will come in to run.
That's a good way to make an introduction.
Yep.
I'm going to come in. Oh, I'm going to intentionally walk. And I know.
Yes, yeah. I interviewed him on the radio today longer than he was in this baseball game. But an impact nonetheless. And now it's Ricardo Sanchez, who I'm going to bet hasn't seen many people intentionally walked in front of him in his time. But now he has a shot with the bases loaded, looking to extend the lead. Big swing and miss from Sanchez. It's 0-1. Ricardo 0 in the ball game, 0 for 4. Again, not one that does not reach base a whole lot. We had counted at one point, it was the typical announcer jinx. He'd gone 47 games in a row reaching on base before a matchup a couple weeks ago. Brought a halt to that, looking to extend another streak here. The 0-1 with the bases loaded. Misses inside, and it's 1-1.
That's one of the ones where you're like, gee, why didn't you wear it?
Yeah.
Get on base, score a run, but if you stand in there, and they can say, no, you didn't make any action to get out of the way of the pitch.
I'd like to do some damage with the twig now. 1-1. 5-game hit streak on the line. He has 10 hits. 7 runs batted in his last 3 games. Dawgs already with 3 in this inning. The 1-1. Swing and a drive. Deep left field. Going back on this one is Tucker to the warning track. Up the ball. And that ball is gone. Grand slam with Ricardo Sanchez. And the Dawgs have opened it up in the 8th. All of a sudden it's 9-3.
And the fans love it. The fan favorite with the grand salami to maybe ice this ball game.
A grand slam for Sanchez. a frustrating night, and he takes all of that frustration out on the baseball with the big fly to left. 7 runs in the inning for the Dawgs, and the lead is 6.
Now we're back to the man. Was it Logan who led off?
Yes, the Dawgs have batted around as Logan Grant is up, and now he drills this ball. Deep right field, that's going to go a mile foul. But he hecked the heck out of that thing, and it's 0-1.
I was hoping that one would stay fair because that ball was crushed.
Grant walked and scored to start the inning.
And the fans that decided to stick it out on a cool summer day out here in Okotoks have certainly been rewarded.
Count now 0-2 as the Ricardo Sanchez chants continue, and a curtain call for the fan favorite here in Okotoks, who has done it all, including now a grand slam. The 0-2, Grant flares this one into right. Jackson charging hard, and he'll make the play to end the inning, but not before the Dawgs send 10 to the plate. 7 of them cross. It's 9-2 Okotoks going to the 9th here on FloCollege. Tucker stays in the ball game, looking to wrap this one out, looking for 4 outs on the day. Skaggs stays in the game. He will play in center. As this ball is hit over to the right side. Nice play by Paez. Spins, but he lost it. And so the leadoff man, Emery, is aboard. First time in the ball game he's reached, and the leadoff man on for the Red Sox, who just needs some base runners now.
They're going to declare it an E4. Maybe a few too many spins and twirls.
Number 19, Riley Bender.
So it'll be Riley Bender now, who doubled in the second inning. Anyway, back to the defensive shifts. It's Skaggs in center, Williams in right. That pitch is fouled off 0-1, if they could just take a pitch for a second. Krausen is going to stay in the ballgame. He's over at third. And the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, Ricardo Sanchez, is at short. The 0-1 swing and a miss there. It's 0-2.
Yeah, Tucker pulled the string on the breaking pitch there. Way out ahead of it was Bender.
So the count 0-2. Tucker comes set. Just missed. Throwback to first, not in time.
That was the casual throwback that Grant used to get the out earlier on the back pick. Doesn't leave his knees, doesn't let the runner know he's coming back.
The 1-2, that one misses low. It's 2-2. That's back-to-back that Grant has just held there. But you're right, that is just like it almost looked like he was trying to show up the ump with the throw around the bases, but almost got the pickoff out of it. 2-2 now. Hamry over at first. The pitch. Pops that one up foul, and we'll do it all over again. It's funny when you look at how last inning went. If you would just line up Elsner and Sanchez side by side and go, okay, one of these guys brought in a run with a suicide squeeze, and the other hit a grand slam off the video board over in left. As that pitch misses, it's 3-2. I don't know if you would pick which one got it.
No, as you heard in my voice when Elsner laid down the bunt, that was shocking to me.
Yeah.
But that's baseball.
The 3-2. And he lost him.
And the fans are displeased.
I don't know if that got picked up, but someone below is just, are you kidding? So now, 2 runners on, nobody out. And it's Simard going to be coming to the plate.
I don't think Grant's overly happy either. As we say, catchers don't generally talk to the umpire behind them, but saw a long conversation walking backwards there from Grant.
Yeah, he, 3 in a row there. He held it for a beat. Like, I just want to be sure that you're sure. That's all we're doing here. I just want to give you all the information. I'm here to help you. Help me help you.
Yeah, but again, we got a lot of veterans that call veteran umpires.
Yes.
That call Southern Alberta home. Jamie Thiessen, certainly one of those. But hey, you know, double play ball is in play. Knock on wood.
So now it's Simard. Triple plays in play too.
This is true.
Simard 0 for 3 in the ball game. Swing and a miss there. It's 0-1.
Swung himself almost out of his shoes, but was nowhere near the Tucker offering.
Simard hitting .268 on the season, has driven in 4. Bender at first, Hamry at second. That pitch misses outside. It's 1-1.
I won't argue with Jamie on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some that we can all agree on.
Is there any action in the Dawgs?
Not a soul.
Not
Nope.
a soul?
No, there's someone standing on the mound. As that one misses, it's 2-1.
Oh, and again, the fans do not love Jamie Thiessen right now.
Yeah, the last few pitches have not won the popular vote. But the Electoral College makes it 2-1.
Have that here, Peter. Yet.
Yeah.
2-1 to count.
That ball hit to second. Paez plays it on a hop to second for 1. On to first, 2. A double play. A tricky hop at the end there for Paez, but they still are able to get the job done, and the Dawgs turn out away from a come-from-behind win.
Is that the commentator's curse coming true? Or is that just me having a crystal ball?
Yeah, I think it's the Conrad Stradamus that we talked about earlier.
Left field, number 10, Jordan Tucker.
And interesting to not see a pinch hitter here, but when you have Tucker, your 9-hole hitter, batting .315 coming into today, kind of understand why you're not making any changes.
Yeah, almost a second leadoff hitter at the bottom of the lineup there. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Takes that first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0.
Yeah, the Tucker on Tucker matchup once again.
Jordan Tucker out of Rogers State. Born in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Takes, and it's 1-1. He is facing Chase Tucker out of Campbellsville University, born in St. John's, Newfoundland.
Who wins the Highlander matchup here?
The 1-1. Popped him up. Over at second base. Paez heads out underneath it. He will make the play, and that's the ball game. The Okotoks Dawgs come from behind to pick up a 9-3 win tonight over the Regina Red Sox. Regina able to put up 3 in the first 3 innings, but Bushki with a phenomenal performance, some strong work out of the bullpen, able to hold this one close, and the Dawgs finish it off with a 9-4 win here tonight. Conrad, a little bit of everything in this game.
Yeah, and of course the big contribution from Nash Cole. But all jokes aside, the Dawgs come from behind and wake up the bats when they needed to. And obviously a huge night for Ricky. Goes 0 for 4 and then comes in and scores 4 via the grand slam.
The Dawgs end up with 9 runs on 8 hits and a couple of errors. The Red Sox 3 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors. These two teams will play again tomorrow hopefully starting on time. But this one's certainly worth the wait here at Siemens Stadium. And then it's the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game coming up on Saturday.